Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Uh, I got it to work. I think it was the USB hub after all. I just was confused because I didn't realize certain things were plugged into there. I think. Uh, and then certain things plugged into it were working anyway. Certain things were working and then, but I think that I think it actually was the USB hub. Yeah, maybe I've got too cheap of a hub. I need to get a better one. But I have the stream working now because I plugged all the essential things into the back of the computer, which is one external drive and the mic and the camera and the mouse and the keyboard, and that's just barely enough space. So I'm streaming now. Streaming. I did it. I'm streaming. I think the USB hub is no more. Bad, I guess. Yeah, it's been acting up, I guess. I didn't know that it was the hub. Hey, oh, thanks for the resub. How many ports? Well, the one I have is 8 additional ports, and I've been using almost all of them. I was wondering if it could have been... Wait, I was wondering if it could have been because I recently bought... It's only a couple months ago. I recently bought a new external drive, which is like a really big drive. It's got like... Let me see. Like 16 terabytes. Is it 16 terabytes? Yeah, it's like 16 terabytes. And I wondered if maybe like... I don't know, like it's too much power for the USB hub or something like that. Wondered if maybe it should have been plugged directly into the computer, or I don't know. Wondered if something that had something to do with that, because it's been having some issues. Well, there started to be some issues. I mean, a little while after getting that, I guess it could have something to do with that. I wondered, or maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know. But I have like 3 external drives plugged in my computer. Like, saving all my old stream videos takes up a lot of space. But I like to save them. Support. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. I guess I could get that. I may as well get that. I'll save that for later. Alright, well, I guess I'll stream. Wait, hold on a second. Note in my Discord. How are you guys doing today? How's things? I'll put this here and put this here. Let's see. Page 7. Let's work on this one first. Alright, time to get to work. Here we go. Song requests are on. They're on as usual. You may request your songs. Boy, I might be having a convention this weekend. Going tomorrow to see if I can get in. Local, Chicago, Anime Midwest. Haven't had any trouble. I've never officially gotten into this one. I mean, I never signed up ahead of time. I haven't had any trouble yet. Just getting in off the street, so I don't anticipate trouble, but you never know. It's local anyway, so I don't have to go out of my way to try. Legacy Music Hour? Good. Alright. Right. Drawing animes. Oh, thanks. I hope I get in and it goes well, but it'll probably be fine. Make some more money would be good. Might be able to, I don't know. I guess I probably won't likely stream Friday and Saturday after the show, but you never know. Oh, I definitely won't on Saturday, because I think we're doing thing for, it's like 4th of July, and we're doing something on Saturday night, so I definitely won't then. Maybe Friday, but probably would be too tired, I guess. Maybe Sunday, though. I might stream Sunday when I get back. I haven't streamed as much as I wanted to this week. A lot going on. A lot of family things that have happened. So, I was thinking about doing some non-Fliptendo stuff. I was considering maybe doing Demo's subscriber requests and playing some Phantasy Star. So that might be a good thing to do. Yeah, that's you, Demo. Oh, my audio is being a little weird. Or is this song just quiet? Let me know if the song seems too quiet, I guess. I feel like I'm only hearing one channel of this song. Hono no Dokyuki Dodge Danpei Famicom. I haven't seen that one yet. I wonder if that's later. How's it going, Demo? That's Demo. That's a Demo. Demo's appeared. Good murderer, Demo. Bum, 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 bum. Boom. Haha. We were, it's true. But it's polite to ask. Also just making conversation, you know? Just like, kind of like how you... It's kind of like how when you ask, how are you doing? You're not really asking, and they're not really answering. That question a lot of... I guess sometimes they are. A lot of times they're not. How are you guys doing? Fine, Flip. How are you? Fine! I am fine. Totally fine. I guess some people will say bad. It's not like I pay attention anyhow. How many pets do you have? You have... Now I know you have 3... You have 34 dogs and 10 cats. And you have 40 chickens. And you have a couple pet humans. No. You have 3 dogs and 1 kitten, which you just got. You just got the kitten, and he's a crazed kitten, and I don't know if he can be trusted. And you have no chickens. All the chickens are gone. They're all gone. This is Legacy Music Hour song here from the Famicom game that we don't recognize, because it's probably much later. I have no idea if it's appeared on Flip Nintendo. Yeah, those kittens, they want attention a lot of times. Just like humans always want attention. Those creatures for ya. Wanting attention. All these creatures always wanting attention. Man, what do you do? Yeah, song's okay. Nah. Very Famicom-y. Very Famicom-y song. Olda. Definitely not one of Legacy Music Hours. But I like it all the same. In fact, this should be turned up to 100%. But Smurfs. Familiar with that one, of course, because we played Smurfs and then beating it on stream. It took like way too long. Let me pull up a reference real quick. Oh, there's no echo, is there? I should probably turn that off. Orda. Final Fantasy XIV, the original, which is a better track than any of the ones since 2.0. I don't know if you've noticed, Persona 5 is coming to Switch. You've waited for so long. Is it coming to Switch? I think I saw somebody post something about that somewhere, yeah. Isn't there like a... Is it like a collection? I thought I saw something about like a collection... Along with 3 and 4. Yeah, so is it like a collection? Is it coming from Switch, or is it just Switch, or... I mean, that's cool. I probably won't get it because... Well, maybe I will. I thought it was interesting that Portable was the version of 3 that they chose to put on there and not Fez. But Fez is the one I don't know, I kind of want to play... I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm... Like 3, 4, and 5, the re-releases of all of them have like new content, and 3's got 2 new releases with unique content, which is really weird. But I probably won't play them anytime soon because you know I've played them before and they take a long time. I wouldn't mind playing through. I think 3 again in particular. It's because it's been so long since I played 3. Actually, but you know what? To be honest. I've really been wanting to replay 1 and stream it, so maybe I'll go back and play them all, like starting from 1 and 2. I still need to play Innocent Sin anyway, properly. So they're separate. That's fine. So like maybe if I replay 1 and 2 and play Innocent Sin and Eternal, I haven't played through 1 and 2 in a real... Well, 1 I played through like probably the most, surprisingly, the most times. Actually, by far, because like I originally played it when it came out, Persona 1. When it like first came out, I played through it, but I got the bad ending, and I never knew it had a good ending, and so I found out like a year later, and I went back and played it again, fully through, to get the good ending. And then I played through again because there was a Game Genie code that lets you do the cut content, the Snow Queen quest, so I used the Game Genie to play through that. And then I think I played it again at one point to do the ultra secret... I know I played through it at one point, like, with Game Genie codes to remove the random battles, so I could try to, like, get some of the different endings. And then I played through it again on PSP, when it was re-released on PSP. I think I played through it, yeah, and then before that, I played through it again to do the Max Ambrosia playthrough of Persona 1, which is where in the Snow Queen quest you do the hardest version of the Snow Queen quest. The Snow Queen quest is already like an extra hard version of the main game with a completely different story and different dungeons. Basically like just a separate alternate path through the game. This is with a separate story, and it even has its own music. And they never translated it in the original Western release because they just like ran out of time or something. But you could still play it with Game Genie codes. Like it was untranslated, so it would just be garbled text. But I played through it anyway because like the story is like on the internet. So yeah, I played through it again to get the Max Ambrosia playthrough, which is where you play the dungeons backwards order, where you do the hardest one first. The Snow Queen quest in Persona 1 is also like really crazy because, like I said, it's a challenging version of Persona 1. It's the crazy secret path with more challenging dungeons. So it has these really big dungeons you can't save in, and then if you play through them in reverse order, where you do the hardest one first, which is really insane because the third dungeon. You go in, you're under leveled, there's no saves, and you have to somehow survive without saving, and somehow level up because your level will be too low. To do that, you get Max Ambrosias, which allows you to get like all the secret personas or something. Which persona has the best music? The music in 5 is amazing. You know, they all have the best music. It's really hard to say. I guess if you push me, I would tend to say 4. But I love the music in all. Like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, they all have the best music. 1 and 2, you can't. 1 and 2 have extremely good music in their own right. It's a very different style. Especially 1 is in a much more. It's in a much more ambient kind of like ethereal, mystical ambience, but also mixed. Oh my god! All right, this song's too loud. We gotta turn that down. Like mixed with like dance music, like 90s dance music, and it's amazing soundtrack. 1, and then 2. Hard to describe. 2 is also like a lot of dance music, sort of like a different style. And the Shoji Meguro didn't come until 3. His style is the style that you recognize. It has like a lot more vocal stuff, and he uses like a specific singer for each game. And the third one is like draws from hip hop, and the fourth one draws from like J-pop, and the fifth one draws from R&B, I think. But they still all have sort of like a unique kind of vocal style to them. The Shoji Meguro ones are amazing. Yeah, he's a really amazing artist, but it's really hard to choose. I guess I'd probably have to pick 4? But I would say probably that Persona 5 has the best battle song in the series. And Persona 4 maybe has, I don't know, the best boss themes maybe? Persona 1, I would say, has the best atmospheric music. It's the most atmospheric. Like it's extremely atmospheric, and there's just a ton. Especially the original release. The PSP release is not nearly as good. It does have some really cool new Shoji Meguro music, which is really good, but unfortunately, it just cut down the soundtrack too much. And the newer music doesn't always mesh well with the older music that they kept. Yeah, I remember this song. Did any of you remember when I played through the Smurfs? I think the Mother Brain actually... That was back when I was doing viewer requests, and the Mother Brain requested that. And I just decided to play through the whole game off of his requests. Because I would just play a game as long as I felt like. But that was pre-Fliptendo days, a long time ago. Yeah, it was decent game, this Smurf game. Did you play through it? Did you beat it? You know, I think I was stuck on like a dragon boss for a long time. Whoa. Is this me? This is you. Championship Bowling, Fastlane? Loo-doo. Loo-doo. Let's Legacy Music Hour this song. We're gonna comment on it. Oh yeah, I like that. Wow, let's see. Let's say all the things that they say. Wow, that's really jazzy, man. That's jazzy. Yeah, like that's... Isn't that jazzy, man? That's jazzy. What else do they say in Legacy Music Hour? All the time. That's the podcast where they like just do like... It's a retro music podcast, basically. Brent specifically. Weird tangents, add bizarre lyrics to music. I know, I mean, that's kind of part of what makes it entertaining. Sometimes it gets a bit long-winded, but... Yeah, you know, it's good. It's all good stuff. I'm a little behind on him. There's a bunch of them I haven't listened to. I need to catch up. Legacy Music Hours. But they just focus on third and fourth generation. I always thought, I mean, I think I've commented on this before, but I've always thought it's like pretty weird that that we refer to like the 8-bit generation as third and 16-bit is fourth. It's odd. And then like the second is like Atari. It really feels like Atari should be the first. Like the first is just like Pong and other stuff, like other Pong-like stuff. I don't know. Feels like all that stuff, Pong and Atari, those should all be one generation, and then maybe NES should be second. Yeah, Magnavox Odyssey, yeah. Like that should all just be grouped together. But if anything, maybe like all that stuff should just be like the 0th generation. The true first generation, of course, it's NES, because that's the most important first generation. It's like first generation should be NES, and then everything that came before that is like 0.5th generation. That's how it really should be. That's why, I mean, because, you know, I mean, they start with third generation for a reason. Primordial. Yeah, it should be the primordial video. What do you guys think about that? There you go. What is this? Oh, Raito. Is this me or is this you? It's me. Yeah, put a new Raito. This is Megami Tensei music. Like Persona. I'm a big Megami Tensei fan. I became one over the years. Back in the video game magazine reading days, days of reading EGM and Game Fan, and just being in awe of every new video game release that came out, and like all the time from like, you know, the days of NES and Nintendo Power up to PS1 and PS2, and like constantly caring about like what the new stuff is. Really different days, like for like you know, a little bit of an aside, a tangent. But for a pretty long time, from between like starting with the days of Nintendo Power being like, oh my god, what is this magazine, Nintendo Power? I remember the first Nintendo Power's DuckTales, like, it's amazing, look at this, it's got maps, amazing. Up until through like basically about the end of the PS2 era. Long time of really, really caring about video game releases. What are the new releases? Oh my god, so exciting. And then PS3 era, that starts to die away. Just not as excited anymore. I feel like I'm not alone on that. I feel like a lot of people. But anyway, what was I saying? Now I don't remember. I went on too much of a tangent. Hold on, let me just gather my thoughts. Let me just draw and gather my thoughts for a second. I don't know if I'm drawing this right. Totally lost my train of thought, got derailed. I think my train of thought might be Haunted Train, like in Final Fantasy VI. I feel like Sabin from Final Fantasy VI took my train of thought and did a suplex on my train of thought. It got suplexed. And now it's like upside down. And now thinking about how my train of thought was derailed, it's derailing my train of thought even more. And now I'm just thinking about train. I don't even know. What was I talking about before? Trains? I was talking about video game magazines. Guys, remember those? Wait, but I was talking about something for that. Was it important? Oh, I was cocking up... Oh, I remember now. Yeah. I was gonna start talking about how... Like, the Megami Tensei series... Well, I was always, reading the magazines and thought... I was always very interested in what was happening in Japan, so... I was interested in what were the big games in Japan, all the big Japanese releases. Which we started to care about in the Super Nintendo era. Like, so many cool Super Nintendo games didn't come out. Well, like, the big series was, like, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy. We got those, but we never really got Megami Tensei games until Revelations Persona. So when that came out, I was like, oh my god, I gotta see what this is all about, because in Japan, Megami Tensei, that's, like, the other big series. So, and I kind of found that that was the series for me. That was, like, my favorite. That became my favorite. Even after playing Persona 1, which is a game which was sort of infamous for being, like, not super popular in America when it came out because the loading times praised. But I loved it because it was just like, I liked the story, the music was amazing, the atmosphere was amazing. Did you import a lot of Japanese? No, I didn't import anything. It was like too hard. I was too busy. I guess I mean, I was interested in the Japanese games, but importing them just seemed too hard, too expensive. And there's plenty of local stuff to play. I would just read about them. But once emulation started to come around, then I started to be, a little bit to, like, play some of the stuff that... Mainly like, I guess, Final Fantasy V. That was man. There it is, Mr. Leo, the train. There's the train of thought. There it is, the train of thought. Now, I don't know why. I guess I thought about it, I considered it, but it just seemed too hard to import stuff. So I just stuck to... But I always read about it and was always, like, very interested in Japanese stuff. It's funny because, like, there's a lot of stuff that, like, I wanted to play, but then by the time emulation came around, I just never really got around to it. Like, the main thing I got around to is Final Fantasy V. But I always wanted to try stuff like Bahamut Lagoon. And Tales of... All the Super Nintendo games that never came out here. Star Ocean. Although, when Star Ocean 2 came out for PS1, I did get into that then, and I discovered that I loved that game. And then, oddly, I never played any others in the series. I have Star Ocean 3. I've owned it for a long time. I never played it. I got a lot of games that I haven't got around to playing. I keep telling myself I will. I've a ton. And eventually I will, but, I could finally get around to, thanks to Demo, to playing Phantasy Star. That's one of them. There's just, there's actually, like, the list of games that I want to get around to playing is probably about thousands of games long. There's Skull, good old Flip, talking about video games again. What else is it? Flip, there he is, there he goes again. Talking about video games. Good thing I got my computer to work so I could get my stream going so I could talk about video games. Yeah, PS1 was annoying. You can mod your console? I suppose so. I need to zoom this out a little bit. Let's see. Might need to zoom this out. Modify. Like, about like that? Why? Okay. I'm glad you know the specific song, though, for Final Fantasy VI for the train. Does nobody else remember the train? Oh, was the DS the first system to not have... I don't know, it's a keyboard. Put this over here. Was it the first system to... Yeah, Demo's a true hero. Yeah, well, I've been Phantasy Star is a series like I've wanted to like get into. I guess technically I have played Phantasy Star Online too. It's the only Phantasy Star game I've actually played. It's pretty sad. I need to go back and play the original. The original looks like super cool. I'm not sure. The original one is I kind of want to play the most because it kind of looks the coolest in a way. It looks kind of different from the others. Oh, I love this song. As usual, Demo Court is aloof and standoffish. Demo, don't be aloof and standoffish. We love you. Demo, did you know this was a song of love? Listen to it. We love you, we Demo Court. Demo Court is standoffish and aloof as usual. But don't be so aloof, cause we love to have you here. She's still aloof. Shia LaBeouf is a guy who wants you to just do it. Right? That totally works with the lyrics, I think. Dude, this song, you can't find a version of it on the computer that is more than a minute. Unfortunately. Gotta play it again, it's too good. Let's not play this. This song is extremo good. Demo extremo good. Original is great. You need to make your own maps. Yeah, I'm not afraid to make my own maps. We'll start out playing it and we'll see how it goes. And when we need to make our own maps, we will. But Demo said like he was under. Didn't you say it was under 20 hours? I don't know how she would know. Maybe she's wrong, but and she could just be baiting me. She said that it should be playable under 20 hours. Is that even when you make your own maps? Well, in any case, I was going to play through it anyway. It doesn't really matter how long it is. I'm going to play through it anyway. It's possible. Okay, so that's another way of saying it will be longer than 20 hours, definitely. You watch Tampa play through Phantasy Stars in awe of the smooth scrolling of the dungeon. Yeah, exactly. The graphics. It's a Sega Master System game. The rest are on Genesis or Mega Drive. But speaking of Persona, this is the quote meme song of the first Persona, Persona 1, the pharmacy song where he's just singing about different status effects and the items that you buy to alleviate status effects. Pretty hilarious. It plays in all the pharmacies you go into in Persona 1. And they in the Persona 2 they like reworked the song again, and there's like 5 different versions of the song and 5 different musical styles. But sadly they didn't keep it going in 3. Shoji Meguro did not. You know, the Velvet Room song is in every single Persona game. That's the one kind of uniting song, but everything else is kind of... I wish they'd kind of kept this one up. But anyway. Yeah, it looks beautiful for a Sega Master System game. Phantasy Star looks beautiful. How long to beat? Oh, okay. So whatever how long to beat is, just like multiply that times 1.5, and that's probably the real time. I said to add 10 hours for me. You can basically add 10 hours for everybody. How long to beat is like notoriously inaccurate, and usually it underrates. I don't know why that is, but most of the time it underrates. I think if you just take its time and kind of multiply by... I wonder why. Anyway, what did this say again? Does this say 20 hours? Well, even if it's 30 hours, it's not that bad. We'll see how long it is. I'm just gonna play through it anyway. Did Tam play through all the Phantasy Stars? I won't play through all the Phantasy Stars. So that's a good one. But you know, as I said before, there's a lot. I mean, there's still like all the like Star Ocean 1. I always wanted to play through, and I never got around to it. A lot of classic RPGs on Super Nintendo. Treasure Hunter G looks interesting. Would play that. Oh yeah, there's also like Treasure of the Rudra. Like that's supposed to be a little bit of a hidden gem. Treasure of the Rudra. That looks good. And I did finally... I mean, I'm glad I finally played through Seiken Densetsu 3. That's one that I've been wanting to play through for like forever. And for some reason it took me a long time to get around to. It's just because, you know, like back in the Super Nintendo era, if I could have played those, I would have probably played them like right away, but when you finally do get when emulation finally come around, it's just so overwhelming because there's so many games that you just have to put it off. When emulations first happened, what games did you guys finally play that you were able to play? I mean, because I think, for me and a lot of people, it was Final Fantasy V. That was the one that I had to play the most. Like, oh, finally played Final Fantasy V. But of course, they eventually gave that a proper release on I forget, on DS or something, or was it Game Boy Advance? What do they base it on? It's just from people putting in their times. It's like Wikipedia, I think. Well, it's not like Wikipedia. It's people can put in their times, I think, and then it just averages them, I think. So, why would that mean? I mean, you would think that it wouldn't necessarily be accurate, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I feel like it almost always under guesses. Hey, Pumpkin Pie Man, what's up? When we worked on properly, when we started, was the NES? Yeah, well, yeah, at the very beginning, Nesticle is the first one I remember, and then Super Nintendo was the first one, was SNES 9X, I think. Here we go. Hey, Mr. Leo, I thought for a second you must have put this in, but there you go. You were just asking about the music of Persona 5. By the way, this is probably the best battle theme in any video game of all time. I think this would be a solid choice for best battle theme. What do you guys think is the best battle theme? This is pretty solid. This was when a new game comes out in a series that you love, like Persona 5, you're always kind of worried, oh, is this going to be the time when the series just doesn't live up to the past? And I always worries about the music, because I have high standards for music. Oh man, are Japanese games going to start to suck with music like the West? But then they end up having this battle theme. When I heard this, I was like, oh my god, how is this so... This is one of the best battle themes I've ever heard. But Persona 5 has a very, very good soundtrack. It's right up there with 3 and 4, which is extremely strong, because 3 and 4 are extremely strong. Right up there. Shoji Meguro didn't miss a step. There's some things about 3 and 4, they kind of each have their strengths, but the battle themes in 3 and 4 are also extremely good. I love the Persona 1 soundtrack. Persona 1 battle theme's actually a little bit weak. Actually, 1 and 2. A little bit weak compared to... Although I love the Eternal Punishment Persona 2 battle theme. The normal one. Which I should put in here. Dude, we should put all the battle themes in. But oh my god, this battle theme. Overall, you enjoy P4 more as a title? Are you saying that... Well, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I probably agree, but I would even say that... It's tough to say, but I do think overall I'd probably give the music of 4 the overall prize. But it's really close. You got tired of the song after you played the game for 4 months straight? Well, I mean... You probably say that about just about any song, Skittles, to be fair. Yeah, Persona 1 is SMT If is a super... that has a translation now. That's another one I really want to play. I should play that before I play Persona 1, actually. But, I gotta remember about that one. But, that's technically... It's a spin-off, Gaiden's Shin Megami Tensei game, but it's sort of considered to be a prototypical Persona game. It's sort of a bridge between Shin Megami Tensei Persona 1. Although, even Persona 1 is a bit more Megami Tensei-ish than all the others, because it still has the first-person dungeons. The main difference with Persona 1 is just, the Persona concept, because you're getting spell cards and you're using personas instead of, actually summoning demons. and just the fact that it kind of follows, it sort of still has like apocalyptic themes, but it's following a group of high school kids. That's the main difference between that and Shin Megami Tensei games, would typically follow a they're like post-apocalyptic. Usually the world's already been destroyed, and usually they follow adults, which is abnormal for, as you know, for like many Japanese RPGs. Although the more recent Shin Megami Tensei games have been getting a bit more Persona-ish, especially starting with 4. Now I want to put more Persona music in. 2 battle themes, 4 no... How's it go on Asian Ways? 1% and one where you have advantage start? Did they keep the, You know, the thing that's weird about the re-releases is that they, like, replace some of the music with new music, and the new music is cool, too, but then, like, I miss the original music. Did they keep the original Persona 4 battle theme in Golden? Or did they completely replace it? Don't ever say that to hardcore Megaten fans. Like, what? I'll say whatever I want. How dare they question my opinion? I'll put in the battle theme Persona 1 so you can hear how weird and different it is. It's very weird and different. What? Bonnie must have required property Q? Get out of here, stalling request. What the heck? Extended? I'm just gonna play it then, off of the thing. What? I think my love for Persona 4 Inuba? Inaba, right? Yeah, there was Seeking Out the Truth. Not you. Megaten was a Persona prototype. That's not what I said. I said that, specifically, well, if I might have misspoke, because my talking not good. But what I meant to say was Shin Megami Tensei If was like a prototype for Persona games, and I don't think that's not controversial. I mean, I think Megaten people know that. Read my chat? Who said that? Pumpkin Pie Man was talking about... I think he misread. He was talking about If. That's why I was reacting to. Yeah, that does suck, Mr. Leo. It's terrible for... I mean, it's cool for, like, certain things, I guess, certain purposes. But it's terrible for, like, playlists. Which is what I kind of mainly care about. Alright, I'm going to play the battle theme from Persona 1. I can just play it off of YouTube. Okay, so that's the PSP one, which is also cool, but I wanted to play the normal one. Which is the most, yeah, the farthest away from modern Shoji Meguro style you can get. And also probably like my least favorite. Yeah, no, but I mean, you're right. Yeah, I mean, it would be weird to say that... to say that, like, Persona would be a prototype. Or the Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, there's like a little bit of rivalry between, like, Persona and Shin Megami Tensei people sometimes. Because some people kind of prefer one or the other because of the differences. And I think the SMT people who are more into, like, the adult themes of SMT kind of resent that SMT has been a little bit personified. I get that, but I really like both series anyway, so to me it doesn't matter at all. I haven't tried 5 though. Like 5 kind of looks like it was trying to be more like 3. So I wonder if that one, it didn't seem super personified, but yeah, I wonder what people think about that, of the SMT persuasion. Because I don't know. It seemed like generally people... I would have played SMT5 already, but I ended up putting 350 hours into two other RPGs, which, you know, it kind of felt like I needed to play, and it's fine because I was gonna play those anyway. But I mean, I'm probably gonna end up putting off SMT5 a little bit now. That's all right. I mean, I'll get to it eventually. Yeah, I'm glad you're not overworked today, Asian Waste. How are you doing? How's everything going? Did you see the technical difficulties? Were you here for the immense technical difficulties? This stream almost didn't happen because I was having immense problem with my computer getting it to work, and I wasn't sure, but it seems now like I'm pretty sure that the USB hub I have has got to be malfunctioning or it's shorted out or something. So I just barely have enough stuff plugged in to stream. Well, I'm just glad that it's that and it's not like the new external drive, because I bought a new external drive that's like 16 terabytes and it was a little bit expensive. I don't know, it might have cost like a couple $100. All right, so here's the remake battle theme in the remake Persona 1, which is also honestly really good. I actually really like it a lot, but it kind of doesn't fit the atmosphere of the game properly. But this is not really the problem with the game. I mean, it's a cool remake because it takes some of the complaints about the game, the loading times, and it fixes them, and it speeds up the battle. So that's good, but it really screws up the soundtrack. And it's not that the new music is bad, it's just that there's way less variety of music. The new soundtrack removes all the character themes. Well, most of the character themes, because the original Persona 1 has character themes for every character. And it has various music that plays during cutscenes. Oh, and of course this is much more Shoji Meguro. Hugely different from the original. Yeah, some people are angry about that. I mean, it's fine. It's just I'm not really angry about it. I'm fine with it, but some people are. I get it. I mean, SMT5 came out. Yeah, it's probably true. It probably didn't. I hope that it did well, the new SMT. Persona, it seems like it's more accessible. Yeah, I mean, to like people who like the modern anime stuff. I mean, you would think that SMT would appeal more to Westerners, like being more adult and like focus on adults and not high school kids. But ironically, the people who are into that type of thing, I guess, want that more. It is more accessible. I mean, SMT is not really inaccessible, but and all right, yeah, I played that whole thing. How about the Persona 2 battle theme? There's two of them. Not counting the PSP releases, just kind of remakes them with the same ones. But there's like two. There's one for Innocent, because Persona 2 has two games, Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, which is interesting. Eternal Punishment's kind of basically like a direct sequel to Innocent Sin, essentially. And so this is kind of like, I mean, it's still very influenced by Persona 1, like it's kind of doing it's got a similar sound to the Persona 1 battle theme, but it's a bit more. It's got its own style, which is more like the Persona 2 style, which the Persona 2 style is a little bit more anime, I guess. It's still like very dance music focused, and it's still got a lot of ambient stuff, but it's a little bit more whimsical, maybe. A little bit less dark. The Persona 1 soundtrack is actually very dark and like ambient and mysterious. And Persona 2 is a bit more whimsical, a little bit more lighthearted, but still kind of dark compared to Persona. Then the Eternal Punishment one, I also really like. This is the PSP version? That's the PSP version. No, where's the original one? They're both pretty similar, though. I'll just play the extended one. It's 1 hour. We're gonna listen to this for 1 hour, guys, okay? And this was the theme for in Eternal Punishment. This is the battle theme, which is even more different. And actually really cool. Of all the original ones, this is probably my favorite. Dude, it's got really good range. Excessively difficult on the easy mode for first timer. Oh, that's good news. Wow, great, Pumpkin Pie Man. Whoa, that makes me happy. Yeah, I'm gonna love it. Damage scaling kind of odd. Good. Wow. Thanks for the good news. I can't wait to play it then. I'm so happy when the new game comes out and it's like excessively difficult. It's like, oh, you know, they can still do that. And the Personas and SMTs have kind of gradually been getting more and more casualized, so I don't really like that. Like Nocturne, the third SMT, Nocturne, kind of felt like it was the perfect difficulty. 1 and 2, the problem with 1 and 2, Shin Megami Tensei, that is. I actually haven't played 2, I played 1. But 2 seems pretty similar. I'm pretty sure it's not that different. The problem with those, they're difficult in sort of an old school way, but they have really exploitable mechanics, so what you end up doing is just abusing freeze and lightning, which stuns enemies. It makes a lot of the normal battles pretty trivial. So it's not, even though it's like you have to like, it has really massive dungeons like with very like few saves in between. It's not really that hard in the long run because the mechanics are so exploitable. Nocturne is like kind of the most balanced and satisfying difficulty because it's less exploitable mechanics. It invented the press turn system, which all the Personas like ended up adopting since 3, and all the SMTs have used it. Kind of goes to show that that was just a brilliant system. I really like the Strange Journey version of the press turn system. They added a thing called smirking, where like the press turn system is essentially what that is, if you don't know, is it's a system that really makes weaknesses and strengths super important because you either lose turns for like having your attacks blocked using the wrong element, and you gain turns for hitting the right element. And it makes, unlike like many RPGs, elemental weaknesses and strengths tend to just not really matter that much. So that was their way of like making it like hugely matter, and it just kind of gives the SMT games like their own flavor. It kind of really needed a system like that. Like SMT 1 and 2 that was something they kind of needed. Because the battle system was a little bit too dry in its mechanics. The cool thing about it was just the atmosphere of the game and the summoning, you know, the demon summoning. Maybe we need to get you to try the last Bible games. Oh yeah, that's one of the weird SMT spin-offs. There's a bunch of weird ones that I haven't tried. Or I mean, there's a lot of spin-off series that I haven't tried. Like I haven't played the Raito games or the Devil Survivor games. I haven't played Digital Devil Sagas. I've played, you know, a lot of the SMTs. You know, I played Megami Tensei 1 now. And I played all the Personas. Every single Persona I've played. Hey Francophone, how's it going? How are you doing? There's a lot. It's a very expansive series. There's a lot to play. So I've played a lot, but there's still a lot more to play. It would be really hard to actually play them all. I'm drawing your eyes wrong. How are you doing, Francophone? Hey, Francophone, you know what? Guess what we're talking about. Are you ready to be surprised? It's shocking. We're talking about video games. Can you believe it? Oh, by the way, I've been playing this for 4 minutes. That's an hour long. I probably shouldn't play all that. All right. Then there's the 3, 4, and 5. You know what? I won't play every single... We'll go back to the song requests. I won't play every single Persona battle theme. But I like the battle themes, and I don't know, it's different. The early Persona games had like a different style, which is really cool. But I also really love Shoji Meguro's stuff, so I don't mind that his style's taken over the series. I don't really mind. And also, like, Meguro's soundtrack for the best Shin Megami Tensei game, Nocturne, including Persona games, like the best thing in the series, is extremely amazing. It might be the best thing he's done. That game, I gotta play that game on stream someday because For a while, I kind of shuffled some things around on my list, but as of now, I consider that to be my favorite RPG. I know, shocker. You're playing Bloodborne? Done for the night? How's the Bloodborne going? Is it going good? Are you having fun? Are you feeling some frustration? Are you feeling some intensity of the battles? No, I haven't watched any GDQ. If I don't know anyone specifically, honestly, like if there aren't like really specific people there, well, I don't know. Like there are, I guess, like there's a couple people. Unless like I'm getting pulled into it because of like people I know, and usually that means TMR is there. If not that, then I just kind of don't care that much, to be honest. But I'm always willing to look at specific runs later. The Chalice dungeons are rough. So are you trying to do the Chalice dungeons? Have you finished the normal game, or are you just trying to do them, or are you trying them out before you like how far are you in the game? I've done all the Chalice. I played the first time I played through Bloodborne. I just kind of dabbled in them, but I didn't really get in them too much. And the second time I played Bloodborne, I decided to like fully commit to them, and I did like all of the mainline ones you need to do. It's like basically all the ones you need to do to get all the unique bosses. And then there's like a special boss that's unique that you can get to. It's sort of like it gives you like a trophy. I don't give a shit about that, but I wanted to fight that boss. I wanted to fight all those bosses in the Chalice dungeons. So I did that, and it was awesome. I actually like that content more than I thought I would, even if it can be repetitive sometimes. It's for games, you know. Yeah, fair. I understand that, but no, I don't. Yeah, I don't find it to be the draw that it used to be. I would still go. I mean, like if people that I knew were going. A lot of people I knew were going, I would consider going still, but like to go, I could, because it was fun. It's a lot of fun. It's an excuse to get together, but as an event, it's kind of, I don't know. It's too corporate. I don't know. Follow GDQ, but it's rare. I'll hop on a stream of theirs. Yeah. For the end boss, you're in the Defiled Dungeon right now. The Defiled Dungeon? You mean the Defiled Chalice? Are you talking about... So you're pretty far in the Chalices, then. You're right. So you've done all the main Bloodborne content. Oh, I see. You've done all the main Bloodborne content up to the final boss. And now you're working through the Chalice dungeons before you finish the game, right? Because you want to do all the content? The I think I know pretty well what the Defiled one is, because it's hard to forget it. How far have you gotten in that? How about this Game Boy Final Fantasy music? So there's Super Castlevania 4 race, huh? I mean, that sounds cool. Who's doing the race? I can almost remember some of the speedrunners from when TMR was running it. Hello.
Maybe the air conditioner back on. And it went on. And then after about 15-20 minutes, it turned off and the
Uh-oh.
I gotta call the AC in the morning. It's definitely stopped working. I want to put on the fan up here to help pull out hot air.
Sure. It's fine.
Windows open downstairs, so you're gonna want to keep the door closed.
Okay.
Keep cool.
Okay, thanks. The stream says hi.
Hope you're all keeping cool.
He hopes you're all keeping cool. What is this? What? Oh, did I put this on it? What? Oh, apparently it's the DS and the Game Boy one, huh? I didn't know I even had this on my
playlist. I didn't realize. That's cool, I guess. Now that your heat wave is over, that's good. That's good. Okay, I have to adjust this expression. I don't know if I care for it. Okay, good. It cuts off. Great. There we go. This is a good song. But not too much lately. You gotta play something else. Let's see what else. What else do I have on this thing? Yeah, this hasn't played for a while. Intensity music. It was brutal last week with heat down here. What's more brutal, Francophone? The heat wave or the defiled chalice dungeon? What do you think? This music's from Pulse, man, a Genesis sort of semi-Sonic clone. It was like one of the earliest games I streamed through. Back when none of you were watching me. Almost certainly. Probably even before Stream Nachos was watching me. Illinois will get its due. There you go. It's good. It's gonna get its due. We're all happy about that. Oh, you're right. Oh man. Does it get humid? I mean, like, sometimes it's not as bad as some places. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. What do you guys think about this song? Here it comes. Here comes the good part. Wow, man, I feel like things are getting exciting. New Orleans. That doesn't seem good. That doesn't seem like a place I'd want to live. Too humid. Maybe visit. Look, Big Daddy, it's regular daddy. Oh boy. I hope when I get a new USB hub it fixes this problem. Hopefully. Hopefully it's not something more serious. Hopefully I just get a new USB hub and then like everything works. That would be great. I like when everything works. I don't like when things don't work. What about you guys? Are you the same way? Game Grumps did a playthrough of Gabriel Knight. Oh yeah, I saw that. I mean I didn't watch it because I don't really know Gabriel Knight that well. But I saw that they were doing that. Yeah, it's cool. I mean Gabriel Knight's a game I want to play through one of these days. One of these days. A lot of the Sierra games I want to play through. But there's so many games to play through. And we are going to play through Phantasy Star. So, you know, we got that going for us, which is nice. We got that going for us. What do you guys think about that? Are you excited? Who's excited about Phantasy Star? Hey, if you could see me play through a game, if you could see somebody play through a game, what game would you pick? What game do you really want to see someone play through? Besides Umihara Kawase. So refuse to read for tutorials? Yeah, Mr. Leo. Yeah, I used to, well, you know what? I used to feel the same way about them. But I find that it kind of, I don't know, maybe they've gotten better about that, but I find that it kind of depends on what game they're playing. When do I play Phantasy Star? Well, I was thinking about doing it yesterday, but then I never got around to it, Demo, because family. Oh, so much family. And I definitely want to stream tomorrow. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know, like, I got a lot of stuff I want to play. Like, should I just get to it? I don't know. Maybe I should do something else, and maybe I should do a couple other games first and then do Phantasy Star. What do you think, Demo? Skyrim 100%. Ha ha ha, that's funny. Man, you'd have to pay me a lot more than the usual $5 an hour to get that to happen. My name is Mayo. That's cool, Franco. I like mayo. I like it. It's a good condiment. It's not my favorite, but it's good. It has its place. It has its place. Make sure you're around. It's too soon for another RPG. Maybe we should wait a couple more. Well, I mean, what I was thinking is that I would maybe do a game or two that's shorter. You know which one? I've got a bunch of Genesis games I want to play. I was thinking about doing a Genesis week, but some of them might take a while. And I got Super Nintendo games I want to play through. You know what game I really want to play through for some reason is... And it's a game that nobody likes, and probably you won't like it. Really want to finally just sit down and play through the Lord of the Rings Super Nintendo. I really want to play that. I don't know, it seems like it'd be fun, even though it's not kind of good. It's kind of not good, but it seems like it'd be fun anyway. It's video games. Terrible, not really video game. Mayo? My name is Mayo? Oh, is that a game? Oh, I'm not going to play. I've never heard of that, Franco. But if you say it's terrible, I'm going to trust you. If I've never heard of it, what chance does it have to be good? This song... I've heard that song too recently. Okay, this song's good. This is good. Okay, I guess those expressions are better now. I like video games. Do you guys like video games? Who here likes video games? Who here thinks video games are stupid? Anyone? It's okay, I won't judge you. I think video games are non-stupid. To be honest. In fact, I play them a lot. Playing Project Zomboid. I have no idea what that is. That's some kind of indie thing? No clue. I haven't heard of it. You stupid lady, open up! That sounds like a flip quote. Man, you can't get enough. Hey, okay, this is from Valis. That's another series that I kind of just want to sit down and like play all the games from. Because how about the Salt and Sanctuary sequel? I mean, for me, I'm not super interested because the first one's like, it's all right, but I'm kind of ambivalent towards it. I mean, I don't dislike it, but I'm just not super interested in the sequel. Yeah, I probably wouldn't really. I mean, unless somebody really wanted me to, I probably wouldn't really take or leave them. I didn't even finish the first game, so I played a lot of it though. I played like 10 hours of it, I think. It's not like they pay the bills or anything. Oh man, imagine if video games paid my bills. That'd be awesome. I mean, it'd be cool it's cool to get bills paid. It's very indie. That's a good quote. Project Zomboid, and you did the classic It's ellipsis interesting. You know what you did, Asian Waste? You did It's ellipsis interesting. You know what that means? That means it's not interesting. I guess it means it is interesting, but it's interesting, it's bad interesting. If you just said it's interesting, it would be good interesting. But when you want to say it's bad interesting, you would say it's ellipsis interesting. So the ellipsis is just bad. It just means bad, right? That just means bad. It's bad interesting. It's unique. Unique is just another way of saying bad interesting. We all know that if you say a game is unique, that means bad interesting. Definitely not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone sounds like vaguely negative too. But really, no game's for everyone. Is it for any? Well, how about this? Is it for anyone? Are we sure that it's actually even for anyone? Well, what's... Alright. Intriguing, but... I get the impression I wouldn't like it. I don't know. Tell us about it. I'm curious. Project Zomboid. Does it have an awesome soundtrack? Do do do. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, usually, I mean, if I think a game, like just me personally, if I think a game is interesting, but kind of like an interesting kind of failure of a game, like for example, maybe Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which I think is pretty bad in many ways, but is interesting in what it's trying to do. I would just say it's an interesting failure, or it's bad, but at least it's trying something different. I guess I would just say that. I can see if someone appreciates the system of the game. We can jump the hurdle really obtuse UI controls. The game's depth is excessive. Well, it sounds like you're not quite sure how you feel about it. An interesting failure. You in real life. Aw, Demo. At least you're interesting, though. I mean, that could be all of us, Steve. Maybe they could be all of us. You know what? As long as you're enjoying something that you're doing, then it's not really a failure. It's not really a failure. Skittles thinks I'm interesting. Some people might, you know, think that there's some failure in my life, but not me. I think things are going great. And what if I am currently living with my parents? That's fine. It's fine, right, Demo? It's not failure, that's success. Depending how you look at it. The best way I could describe it is imagine The Sims. Take away a lot of the quality of life comforts, like fast-tracking mundane tasks. Yeah, Zomboid, right? So wait, oh shoot, I'm drawing the wrong character on the wrong side. That's what happens when you try to do two things at once. I mean, like, you know, the thing is, okay, I'll sidetrack for a second, and I'll talk about drawing. I can draw on autopilot, but as you know, so I mean, you kind of have to be able to stream and just babble the way I'm doing. I actually think I probably can do a pretty respectable job of talking and drawing at the same time. Those eyebrows are still not right. But you can sometimes do it's like sometimes I just forget what character I'm drawing. I draw completely the wrong character. You gotta be careful still, because it's so easy to. It's like when you're driving an autopilot and you're so used to going the same way to go to work every day, but then one day you you want to go someplace specific, and you start off going the same. If you are going the same route to work, but then you need to make a different turn, and you're just kind of thinking about something else. You know what I'm saying? You end up like just driving to work if you're not careful, because if you're used to doing a certain thing, you can just autopilot. It's really easy to autopilot things you're used to doing. Be careful sometimes. But it's amazing that the human mind can do that. You know, you can just do complex things without having to think. But anyway, The Sims. So, but more high micromanagement. It's interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know. I guess it would for me would all come down to the presentation. Does the presentation make the game seem interesting? I think that stuff like that can be interesting, like, you know, especially if it hasn't been done before, or like here's a new way to do something. That's always valuable, but it always comes down to the presentation. Oh yeah, Wolfenstein music is good. No one owns multiple Neo Geos could possibly be a failure, or understanding for that matter. Yeah, there you go, Demo. You like The Sims. Yeah, I haven't played that much The Sims. I played the first Sims, like, a little bit, and I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not, like, a thing that I love, but I enjoyed it while I was playing it. I remember distinctly, it's like one of the few games where it seemed like I should just change the music. Usually I don't like changing music in a game, but I have fond memories of playing The Sims, because I think you could just, like, place the songs with your own MP3s. So, like, I put in, like, David Bowie. I played The Sims to, like, a lot of David Bowie songs. That's my memory with The Sims. You like Phil Sims? I don't know who that is, but I'm glad you like him. You'd hate the presentation. Yeah, that's probably not for me then. Still a single dude making this happen. The graphics are very basic. I mean, that's always the problem with indie games. You know, it's why I much prefer. That's why I kind of hate the whole indie AAA dynamic. I much prefer when there's like a middle tier, like when there's small companies that have like maybe like a team of people, maybe a smaller team, but still like a team with like an artist and like who's like a professional artist, you know, and which we got a lot of in like the PS1 and PS2 era, but that's much more rare now. And when it's just a problem with when it's just one dude, yeah, it's just like it's asking too much of one guy, like make a game that can compete. Oh, the New York Yankees? Oh, well, good for him, I guess. You won't ever fund something like this? Yeah, well, I mean, you can't never say never. It's always possible somebody could fund something like this, because people have funded crazy stuff before. It's always possible, but difficult, sure. Maybe they I mean, who knows? Maybe it's not something that should be funded. I don't know. But it's also no guarantee that if they had more funding, would necessarily have a presentation I would like anyway, because stuff with bigger budgets still, I often find fault in the presentation anyway, and it often comes down to like just not liking the trends. I don't know, there has been indie games where I've loved the presentation, and they've been done by like one person. But usually, like, it's done by like it's a Japanese person doing them. Except I think there's a couple exceptions to that. Spelunky technically is, although I think it's technically it might be a Japanese guy, but he's not. He doesn't live in Japan. And then also the game Lone Survivor, which I want to play one of these Halloweens, I thought they did surprisingly good music for an indie horror game that is done by one person. But of course, it had like super heavy Silent Hill and David Lynch influences, so you had all the right influences. Hey, here we go. Actually, no, you know what? Let's play this instead. I gotta hear different songs. We're indie, but you have full teams. Yeah, well, there's also the thing where like the definition of indie has been like stretched now, so like even the middle tier companies are called indie because it's defined weirdly. It's like if it's independent of, I don't know, a major studio, I guess. I don't even know. Yeah, but I mean, it's like I'm not. I wasn't arguing. I don't really care to argue about like the labels so much. It's more just that. There tends to be a lot more very, very small production teams where it's like one or two people, or huge teams, and there's less in the middle. There is a middle still. There are still middle companies, but there's just a lot. They have a lot less. They're a lot less prolific, I guess, than like in the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth generation, like the middle was the majority of the market, I feel. And like in the early days, of course, like budgets were just much smaller in general. So like the biggest budget, like AAA NES games, weren't necessarily like that much more expensive. They just had like the best artists, like the best companies working on them. They put a little bit more work into them. They spent more money, but it's like it wasn't like, yeah, that was before. You know, at a certain point, the budgets got completely out of control. So the difference between like a AAA and an indie now is massive, whereas it's much more massive than it used to be. That's part of the problem. Demo Reborn doesn't get publisher funding. Yeah, I don't want to get too hung up on like the definitions. Skittles, I love you too. Alright, I'm getting a little... Okay, I need to just focus on what I'm doing for a second. This song's amazing. Bomberman Super Nintendo's got amazing songs. Alright, well, It sounds like, so Asian Waste, to sum up on that game you're talking about, it sounds interesting, but it sounds like I wouldn't like it, and it sounds like you're not even sure if you like it. So, but thanks for telling me about it. I always like to hear about stuff. Even if I wouldn't like it, it's good to know about things so I have knowledge. I like to acquire knowledge. It's even better when I can acquire it for no work. Of course, it's hard to acquire knowledge when you keep forgetting things, because then you're always going 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Knowledge is hard. Why learning languages is so difficult. Man, it's so hard to learn things. When I was growing up as a kid, did anyone ever tell you guys that your brain, you can always learn more stuff. Your brain's not like a computer. There's no limit to the things you can learn. That's BS, man. There is a limit. I think the more you learn, the more kind of falls out of your brain. Man. The biological computers that are our brains are so sloppy if you think about it. It's so funny how it's so easy to like forget if you aren't thinking about something for a while, it's so easy to forget even basic things. I mean, I guess not. I was gonna say like riding a bike, but even riding a bike, sort of, you get rusty. I mean, that's what getting rusty is. Man, imagine if our brains were like computers where you could like control what gets deleted. It might be better that way. But we have to work with what we have. Oh, okay. I haven't heard this song, Mischief Makers. I never played this on stream, but I haven't played this in a long time. I remember this is what game I played on my N64 back in the day. One of the only 2D platformers we got for N64. Really good game. It's a treasure game. Well, yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean, like, my point is not about like what should be called indie or not. Let's talk about indie machines instead. How about an Infernal Machine, huh? Yeah, how about that? Infernal Machine. That's a video game, right? What about Indy 500 racing? You want to talk about that? Is that still a thing? Do people still do that? You see, now I drew her too high, so it's gonna look. She's supposed to be shorter, so you can't redraw the whole thing, then. The drawing was fine, but I just wasn't paying attention. Philip K. Dick. By that you mean Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Oh yeah, Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Wait, what's the one I was? The Mean Machine? Okay, yeah, that's Indiana Jones. Oh right, okay. Of course, that's what you're talking about. I completely didn't get it. Yes, Indiana Jones. I was thinking of a different game. Which I've never played. I never played that one. I played like a tiny bit of the Last Crusade LucasArts game on like a friend's house, but I never played that either. The LucasArts adventure games, I guess I never really got into those, but they seem cool. I don't recall if I've actually played any of those at this point, but I should play those at some point, you know, because they seem good. Martin Short. Hey, remember Martin Short? He was funny. He's funny, dude. I'm going to have time to. It's already after 11 because I had like an hour and a half of technical difficulties with my USB hub imploding. That oh well, we'll see if I have time to get this the page pencil. I don't know. It'd be nice. Maybe I'll stream later than usual. You ever found Martin Short funny at all? I could, you know, yeah, he might be one of those that's like a little bit of an acquired thing. Well, you know, it's not like he's my favorite either. I think that he can come off a little bit annoying in interviews, and I think he's in a lot of movies that maybe aren't that funny. I don't know. I haven't seen the Three Amigos in a long time. He's great. Yeah, he's great in Inner Space, although that's more of an adventure movie than comedy, but yeah, he's great in Inner Space. I remember him being great in Three Amigos. I haven't seen it in a long time though. What else? What else is Martin? I'm sure I've seen him. I'm sure he's been funny in other stuff though. Inner Space is a really good movie, by the way. I remember that's one I liked a lot as a kid, which I think it's sort of forgotten about. It's kind of like an 80s version of... Is that the Fantastic Voyage where they like shrink down a machine and like go into a person? It's basically like that. I'm trying to remember. Was it Martin Short going into somebody, or was it... No, it was they were going into Martin Short. He was the one they were going in, and it was Dennis Quaid who went into Martin Short. Make sure to say that in the way that can be taken the wrong way. No, he was going... Yeah, it was Dennis Quaid going in his little tiny machine exploring the body of Martin Short. While and then he was like going through his bloodstream and stuff and getting into trouble with all of Martin Short's crazy blood cells. His immune system or whatever, and all. And then and meanwhile, Martin Short was like dealing with like some sort of criminal organization, and Dennis Quaid had to help out Martin Short in his crime drama situation, or like doing things to Martin Short to give him not exactly superpowers, but like just to help. I don't remember exactly. He could like hack into... I think he could hack into Martin Short's eyes. He had some sort of program to hack into Martin Short's like senses and stuff. He could make Martin Short see things and stuff like that. Right? But it was good. It was very good. And it had like good music. Of course, like every movie from the 80s had like good music. It had like, you know, a noteworthy soundtrack and had good... It was funny, and Arrested Development was woefully unfunny. I never got that far. I don't remember his character. I haven't seen a lot. I mean, I liked Arrested Development, but I just never got around to watching the whole thing. Probably should. Okay, let me look for a good song here. Okay, this one's good. You got that. This needs to be turned up. Ed Grimley. Who was Ed Grimley again? Sounds familiar. Sam Cooke song. Erase some points. Who's Sam Cooke again? Was that an artist? Well, I was talking more about the score, but yeah. The soundtrack is good too. Artie Lightfoot music. Yeah, what else was Martin Short good in? I can't remember. I'm sure there's other stuff I liked him in, but I can't, no. Must not like that much, I guess. But I probably wouldn't have remembered Inner Space just now if you hadn't mentioned it, so I'm sure there's other ones that I liked, I just can't recall them. Oh, right! Right. Okay, I remember Ed Grimley. Yeah, that's yeah. Urkel. Well, yeah, he was just like a nerd type character. Or like, I mean, Urkel. It's not like Urkel wasn't like the first nerd character. So as the Revenge of the Nerds. They were nerds. So many nerds. Not this one. Not this one. It's hard to resist the Katamari music. I should turn it down now. Hard to resist the Katamari music. Even though I think we played this song recently, or maybe it was a different one. I can't recall. It might not have been this one. Yeah, Captain Ron. Okay. No, I should watch that. I bet I would like it. I don't think I've seen that. Kurt Russell. I like all of her. I liked... What was the one? I think it's Kurt Russell in Overboard with Goldie Hawn. I liked that one. I even saw it again recently, and I still liked it. It's fun. And they remade it. That didn't look quite so fun. I feel like I drew the sides of her head wrong or something. I don't know. Maybe I should just make her hair bigger on this side. Oh, you can't... I should probably move this up a little bit. I guess it's fine. Celestial Dew or not. I'll always remember that that's from Dragon Quest XI. Celestial Dew. Wait, was it? No, that's not Dragon Quest XI. It's Elden Ring. It's Elden Ring because Celestial Dew is. Wait, Celestial Dew. That's the item that lets you absolve yourself with. What is this? Wait, yeah, that was Elden Ring, right? That's not Dragon. Okay, I'm always gonna remember that that's Elden Ring. Now, from this point on, if your head looks weird, just make your hair bigger to hide it. Yeah, I know exactly. It's good. There you go. It's a good trick. I recommend you guys all give that a try. You guys want to talk about anime? Who wants to talk about anime? Has anybody seen any anime? I've been watching anime. After I was done binge watching all of, well, not all of, but a lot of Breaking Bad. Watched a couple, and it's otherwise known. You might know it as Japanimation. It's animation from Japan. That's why they call it that. Let's go back to calling it Japanimation. It says right what it is in the title. Anime, that's a Japanese word for animation. We're not Japanese. Why would we use that word? Japanimation. Makes perfect sense. Remember when that was the word? Hey, like Blockbuster had the Japanimation section. Yeah, cartoons. Yeah, they're all for kids. There's never been a cartoon that hasn't been made for kids. Have your kids watch them. Kids love Ninja Scroll, by the way. Yeah, so let's see. What did I think I watched I just finished watching... What did I watch? What did I watch first? Okay, there was... Yes. Well, no, what was there something before? Okay, so there's 2 or 3. Okay, yes. Okay, there's two that I watched. Probably none of you guys have seen, I guess. But the first thing I watched was... Well, okay, first of all, I'll mention the stuff that I finished, which I'd already been watching. Seasons ended of the 3rd season of the Bookworm. So watch the rest of that. The Spy Family just ended this season. Well, it ended the first half. I guess all of these is just the first half. I don't know about the Bookworm series, if that's the first half or not. Hope so. So Bookworm, Tomodachi Game. That's pretty good. I had been excited for that because I read the manga. It's another kind of suspense game, like high stakes game thing. And then yeah, Spy Family. Yeah. All those I've been watching. So those all finished. And then I started to watch. I wanted something else that was Tomodachi Game itch, so I watched one called Classroom of the Elite, which was pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it, and the cool thing about that is it was from like 2017, and they're just about to come out with a sequel to it, so we get that to look forward to now. but it's basically it's kind of similar to a lot of these kind of death game or high stakes suspense thriller games where like especially the ones where it's similar but it's not really instead of that it's like these like this is like high concept like weird school like weirdo school where like the kids have to compete to like all these like doing all these weird tests and stuff to see who can like get the most points to be the head of the who can like become the best class. All the classes are competing with each other and like all these kind of crazed games, but it's essentially ends up just being kind of like another one of these like complicated game animes where there's like the main character's like a hidden genius, and it's the same thing. It's like there's like a hidden genius, like it's like all these kids in these classes are like geniuses, but there's their true hidden genius. They don't know that he's like the mega genius who will out genius all of them, and they're constantly shocked by his mega genius. And that's the series for me. That's the anime for me. I like mega genius animes. And then I watched a non-death game, non-mega genius anime. I watched a romantic anime. I watched a romantic anime. Because it was mentioned as being like in some thread. It was like, oh, here's another really good anime from this season. It's it just finished, and it was called My Dress Up Darling. Oh, but I mainly watched it because the character designs look really good, and you know what? It was good. It was good. I like it, and it'll probably get the sequel because it's like very popular, I guess. So it's good to watch something different every once in a while. Well, you know, before I get back to I'll probably get back to watching like all isekai and all death game / mega genius animes. I'll get back to that. I kind of really want to watch Overlord. That's one that's on my list. So I've been wanting to because it's like another weird isekai that apparently a lot of people like. Skittles, do you like isekai? Do you even know what that is? It's a genre of anime where they go to another world. We have isekai in America, like Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz are isekais. But in Japanese modern isekais, they're always going to like RPG worlds where everything is like a Japanese RPG. Or basically, usually an MMO, and everybody gets like MMO powers, and then the main person who's in the isekai, who's like a loser from Japan, he ends up getting like mega powered, and he becomes a hero. How does that sound? Does that sound good, Skittles? Although there's like so many isekais that there's like tons of exceptions. There's isekais where like characters from fantasy worlds come to our world. Kind of like the Never Ending Story Part 3, which has Jack Black, I think. Anybody want to see that? No, I didn't think so. I don't want to see it either. I just know that I think Jack Black is in it. Plays like a punk. But apparently it's terrible. I haven't seen it. I've seen the second Never-Ending Story is not very... The only good one is the first one, really, so... But the first one's a classic, you gotta see it. Okay. Everybody's quiet now. Am I drawing this wrong? Let me just focus on my drawing for a second. I think I might be drawing this... Am I drawing this wrong? I drew her... Like, I still drew her kind of too tall in this drawing. Maybe if I just compact her body from the bottom, it'll hide. Yeah, that'll fix it a little bit. That'll fix Skittles. I'm fixing it. Oh, man, I'm gonna focus on the drawings and the songs first. I'm gonna play only the songs I really want to hear. No more songs that have been played before, in like the last 12 streams. Only new songs from now on. I don't know if that song was truly fresh. Is this fresh? This song's awesome, but is it fresh? Guys, is this song fresh? Have you heard this song play before? You might. You know what? I think it's good though. I can let it play. It's good. What's wrong? This okay, man. I drew. All right, focus on it. Let's go into drawing focus mode. Everybody's Everybody's taking a break from the stream right now. Everybody's stretching. Some people are probably watching other streams. Or whatever. Some people probably are like falling asleep at their computer. It's kind of drifting off. That's okay. I appreciate anybody who's right now watching the stream, or not watching it because they've fallen asleep, but it's on. That still supports me, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for sleeping. Thank you for sleeping to my stream. Or if it's your secondary stream while you watch the main stream and my volume's turned down, still supports the stream. Thank you. Thank you for having me on mute. I appreciate that. Now, let's see. Art. Let's focus on the art for a second. I don't want to pencil another page so I can like build up a little buffer for the big convention. Hope I get in. I expect to get in, but I mean, because Anime Midwest, the last 2 times, it seems like one of those conventions that's like not super competitive, a little bit lesser known, so I can expect to get in. And they don't have like weird policies where they like look at you funny if you like try to get in their show off the street. They're just kind of like, yeah, sure, you can have a table. So I expect to get in. Okay, you know what? This song's really long, and I'm sure that played at some point. It's really good, though. What else can we play? Kaiser Nickel. Look at me. What was that? But is this fresh? Has this ever played on stream before? I don't know. Oh yeah, this song is good. Where did I don't even know where I got this from. This song is really good. Damn. Listen to that emotion in this song. Listen to the emotion. It's good. Dude, I'm still streaming, right? Okay, yeah. Just making sure. Levels are still moving. Alright, let's see. Do 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 do. I don't know if this is ever played on stream before. I have no idea what this game is even like that it's come from. I think it might be a beat 'em up. Man, so many anime to watch, so many movies to watch, so much culture to absorb. One of those good problems. Things to do with your life. Absorb culture into the brain. Games, anime, movies, TV shows. There's not really a lot of TV shows that I'm like currently super interested in though, but I'm sure someday there will be again. I don't know. So many older movies I want to rewatch though. Like, so many movies I haven't seen in a long time. Oh, I watched some movies recently. I watched a couple movies. I watched Cobra with Sylvester Stallone for the first time in a really long time. I'm not even sure if I've ever actually sat down and fully watched it. Really liked it. Very entertaining. Cobra with Stallone. I could see why that might have been popular at the time. Stallone is... I think that might have been like fresh off of Rocky or something. I think that's one of his earlier movies. You can tell it's earlier because it almost feels like a 70s movie. It's so like just kind of gritty and raw. It's actually even slow in parts. Like it probably would bore some audiences now. You know, while there's not like mega violence happening on the screen, which there's a lot. But I liked it. That's my kind of movie. That kind of aesthetic. Yeah, Cobra, I watched that. That was good. And then what else? I watched Excalibur, which I don't think I've ever seen before. I think I watched it for the first time also really good. That's from the 80s as well. The 80s version of the the King Arthur legend. And from what it seems, probably like the grittiest version of King Arthur, so probably the one for me. It's pretty long, but I still really enjoy it. It's still very entertaining. Very entertaining acting, good, like really nice aesthetic, really cool visuals, really cool battles. Really like that. And then what else did I see? Oh, I actually saw a new movie too. Well, new-ish. I happened to watch from 2017 the Taika what's that guy's name? Taika Waititi? That guy. Watched the Wildlings, the Wilder People, The Hunt for the Wilder People, and I was not sure if I was going to like it because it's pretty recent, it's 2017, and I tend to not like recent things. But actually really liked it. I actually thought it was really good. It wasn't extremely recent. It was still like a few years ago, so. I mean, I remember in 2017 I was still going to the theater and like actively following movies, so I was still generally liking movies at the time, even if I was noticing that I was kind of liking less and less things. I was still liking some movies at that time. That's what I watched, and then I watched that stuff, and I watched anime. I've been watching stuff. I've got some stuff that I've watched. This song is not fresh. Let me play a different song. Has this played in a long time? And maybe it hasn't. No, I think Monster World 4. I'd like to stream this game one of these days. Really cool game. I'd like to do more of the Monster World, the Wonder Boy and Monster World games. I mean, more specifically the Monster World games, really. They seem good. Oh, so much culture to absorb. I think I'm finished with this page. Let me just look it over here and make sure I didn't mess anything up. New. Did I mess anything up? Excuse me. Looking over. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. Alright, we're done with this page. We finished the page. That's good. What is it, 11:41? Let's move on. Let's see if we can get some work done on that. Alright, guys. There it is. Finished page. Alright, guys. Hold on a second. Let's look at the art. Here's the art that it is through. Art. Wow. Art. That was art. Now start another page. Alright. Another fresh song. Oh man, that one's not supported. That one's not on YouTube anymore. It sucks. That's definitely not fresh. Not sure about that one, but nah, it's not fresh. Not fresh. Not fresh. We were just talking about Shin Megami Tensei, so you know what? Let's play this. Where's my tape? What do I do with my tape? Alright, now it's the time of this stream where we just sing. Sing along. Everybody sing at home, please. If you're watching this right now, everybody please sing. Mer 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 mer. Wow 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 wow. Wow 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 wow. Do 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 do. Mouth guitar. Needs improvement. Wow 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 wow. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wow! 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 Good singing. It's good singing. Another fresh song. Oh, Persona. I don't know if this is ever played. This is fresh. Fresh Persona music. Okay, I'm tired of singing now. Just quietly draw. Don't forget to draw. Teardrop open. No. Hey, Mr. Leo, you're still here. Oh, yeah. Skittles. Wake up, Skittles. Mr. Leo's got a question for you. Wake up. Wake up, Skittles. He's asleep. He's asleep at the stream right now. Mr. Leo, you've always been here in spirit and in body and in, well, maybe not body, but in mentalness. You've been here. Just doing other things. Right. Demo's probably like cooking. It's probably like right now she's probably you know, like cutting up a bunch of chickens, like live chickens, to make some sort of chicken dish. Beheading some chickens as she listens, I'm sure. Other people doing various things. Working. That's what I said, Demo. I said you were doing some sort of work. And they gave an example of something that you could be doing, like beheading chickens. Maybe not that exact thing. Exactly, but something like that. Similar. Yeah, making the world's best South Park game. Is that what you're doing right now? Never felt the bold claim. Mr. Leo said it. I guess that means Mr. Leo's going to 100% definitely play it, huh? We're all going to play it. We're playing on stream. I love it. And then we're going to do a marathon of every South Park game first. We're actually probably just, it might just convert to a full South Park stream. Demo's game will run in your Okama Game Sphere. Game Sphere. Have they played this song on stream? Demo, can I ask you a question, Demo? How many Flipsider stream references do you think you can fit into the game? You know, like little hidden things, like maybe like you could put like some quotes in there, like you know, like oh shoot, I forgot whose face this is, so I'm doing the wrong eyelashes again. Different eyelashes for different characters. Like maybe you could you know, have the Demo getting healed quote in there. Or, oh, what about, that's right, Demo boobs. Could you get, that's right, Demo boobs? Is that possible? Like, maybe put a character named Demo in there, and then one of the characters could be like, that's right, Demo boobs. You think, like, should be doable, right? How many stream references do you think you can fit in there? I'll settle for 5. I'm not greedy. One of the best written South Park episodes. Oh, is that the Okama Game Sphere? I don't remember. I don't recall. There's a lot of it I haven't seen. One of these days, just probably catch up because I do like it. In theory, I still like it, but I don't know. It's hard to catch up with that stuff. It's like you would just watch like an episode here or there, but I haven't watched it in quite a while. Steam Deck. Wow. Have those been released yet? Do people have those yet? Do people have opinions on those yet? Do they like them? I know people are. I know that many people, for some reason, are excited about them. But 20 years old. A lot of episodes are really old now. I want to go back and like rewatch the original South Park episodes. This must be like so crazed now. I mean, I still kind of remember some. Like the original South Park had the "It's coming right for us" whole thing with the hunters and the suicide thing with their grandpa. I remember some of the episodes. Well reviewed. Okay. This isn't. I don't know. It's expressions isn't quite. Let me just check. One of the PS1 Tiger Wolf games had the original pilot South Park episode hidden on the disc. I did not know that. Wow, crazy. Yeah, I want to rewatch those pilot episodes again. Man, those made such an impact back in the day. It made such an impact. He was so great back in the day. Wow, snuck it on the disc. That's funny. It's funny and weird. Just put it on there. I thought nobody would notice, maybe. Oh man, it's getting a little chilly in here. I'm gonna turn the air conditioning down. Fortunately, here in Chicago, chilly today, hot tamale. If it's chilly today, you know, it's hot tamale. So you gotta watch out. It's gonna be hot. I think it's gonna be hot tomorrow. I don't like it. You stay inside where it's safe. I think just do her eyes too. You know, I just drew her eyes too big. So it's smaller. That's the problem. I did not know that. I don't think I've ever played a South Park video game. Just never got around to it. I like South Park, but just never got around. Here we go. Although, actually, this is not fresh enough. That's not fresh enough. Have we heard this on stream before? I'll let this play. I don't know. Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't heard this one. N64 had a few? What, like things hidden in discs? Or cartridges, I guess it would? Oh, a few South Park. Yeah, I do remember. I do remember those being like some of the first ones that I can recall. It probably would have been around the time when South Park was new. Does anybody still watch South Park? I mean, I just don't watch TV anymore, so. Except for, I guess, I will still watch the new Cobra Kai whenever that comes out. I will watch that, but like otherwise, no. Cable anymore. Yeah, I hadn't had cable for like a long time. Well, They have basic cable here at my parents', but I don't really watch that either. Don't really watch it. Once in a while, I will turn on MeTV and watch some like old TV shows, because I think it's interesting to kind of look at old TV shows that I have never seen before. But new TV, I don't care really. Okay, all right. This race is good. It seems very good. Although, I mean, maybe the eye position here could be changed slightly. It's hard to tell sometimes if it's a little bit off without mirroring it, which I can't really do on stream. I would normally do that by holding it up to the light to look from behind, but it looks fine, I think. Eventually you get a sense for that, kind of. Yeah, that's part of the problem, commercials. You watch anything with your parents? You know, they watch, a lot of the stuff they watch is stuff I have no interest in. Like, they like a lot of procedural crime drama stuff. They like watch detective shows. They like to watch Stephen Colbert. They like watch Stephen Colbert. So sometimes I get subjected to that. But, you know, I don't really complain, but I can't stand Stephen Colbert. Oh yeah. No, I've heard this. We've heard this song before. Something fresher. No, not fresh enough. Nope. Okay, this, you know what? I don't know if this is ever played, so... Yeah, so those movies that I mentioned I all watched with my dad, but, once in a while a movie, but we tend to just not really watch the same. I mean, they watch a lot of, like, newer TV shows, and I don't really watch new TV shows, so I don't really watch stuff with them for the most part. Right, exactly, those kind of things. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Actually, there is something though. I was, you know, they're not necessarily like against watching anime, although it can maybe be hard to pick out a good one. But I thought, you know what? Probably they would like Spy X Family because it's like so accessible. So I got them into Spy X Family. I tried to kind of get them into Dr. Stone, but they didn't fully get into that. But they liked Spy Family. We've been watching that with them, the dubbed. Like, I watched the subtitled one myself, and then watched the dubbed one a week later. When I watch stuff myself, it's always subtitles now. I used to watch dubbed stuff a lot. Just because, like, you know, dubs have gotten a lot better, and especially, I think it started, you know, like, right around when, like, Cowboy Bebop came out. You know, and I was watching a lot of stuff on TV, too. Of course, it's all dubbed. I watched a lot of it, but now, these days, always subtitled. If I'm not watching something with someone else who wants to watch dubbed stuff, because although the dub in Spy Family is actually, I don't mind. I think it's pretty good. I think they did a pretty good job with it. Some dubs really annoy me. Like, I checked. Oh, so the show that I mentioned before, the My Dress Up Darling, it's a cosplay. It's a romantic cosplay show. It's like a romantic comedy cosplay show. I tried watching the dub of that, and the problem with that is that they put all this like modern internet-y slang that they have the characters say, and I can't stand it. Yeah, it is popular. It's very good. If you like that kind of show, I do sometimes. Sometimes I like it. If you like that kind of show, it's actually very good. It's actually a very good show. I would recommend it. But I can't, and even the subtitles are kind of annoying because the subtitles use the dubbed script, which I hate when they do that. And so it's got some of that. She's JK, she's speaking in that manner, just the Japanese version of it. I know, but still it feels weird to hear it. Like our version just doesn't seem like our version of internet slang seems wrong coming from Japanese people, and I just don't like it anyway. I don't know how I would feel. I mean, because I can understand enough Japanese to like, I hear the type of slang that she's using, so I can even hear some like where like they are using some things that are like similar, like she like lit fam. I don't know if she said if they squeeze lit in there, but oh yeah, like I can't. She says I can't even a lot. Like, oh, I literally. Well, they also like have her say like literally a lot, which is like super pet peeve. But I can't even, which sort of makes sense as a localization choice when she's like saying like muddy a lot. I get the local, which means impossible. It does. I still don't like it. I couldn't watch it. I don't know. That's what I'm just saying is like dub stuff these days I find to be much more hit or miss than it used to be. But if I watched it, like whenever I like brave it. But you know, usually it doesn't. If you just watch the dub, the subtitle, usually I don't even bother to check it out anyway. So. Because I always want to watch things in subtitle now, because and the reason is just because, you know, I'm trying to learn Japanese, so I should I want to hear as much Japanese as possible. And that's really the reason why. I'm not super against dubs or anything, but Galcos? Oh yeah. In 2000s anime? Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I guess, yeah. Culture has changed or whatever. I wonder how much of that, I wonder how much of those types of characters, like, are represented by actual Japanese girls running around. And how much is, like, sort of exaggerated. Like, you know, kind of like with, like, the Japanese, high school gang member, young punk thing where it was like a thing in Japan in the 60s, and it was like every it continues to be a trope that's used even like in modern anime occasionally. That's such a popular trope, but it doesn't happen in real life in Japan anymore. Like it could be the same thing with those sorts of but is Galco different from like Yadu? Didn't we hear that song? Or more Rayman? Oh, Cosmic Wars. Hey, here we go. A new song on my playlist. I haven't heard it. Definitely haven't heard this because it's new. Yadu equals Gal. So it's the same thing. Galco and Yadu. Same thing. It's not different. So they're not always like tanned then, huh? What subset of that culture is like where the tans and stuff? Yadu. Or is that's actually maybe a different thing? Or is this subculture, subset? This game I did not really care for that much. Too bad, because the music's so good in Swords. You know, that's like the strategy genre and the Famicom is like one of the hardest genres for me to actually enjoy. They're just so slow to play. Even the Koei ones are not as bad as the Gundam style ones, where you slowly move the characters across the map one at a time. The really good ones like Famicom Wars and Military Madness are still fun to play, but where it's like they're kind of streamlined and fun. Famicom Wars is like very ahead of its time. Pretty amazing game. Because all the other ones of that era are like so slow. It should be interesting to see how Fire Emblem stacks up when we get to that. Oh, Ganguro. Oh, right. That's Ganguro. And that's... Right, okay. So I guess getting that mixed up. That's Ganguro. What is Yadu again? That's just like... What? Just like Japanese girls who were like really into fashion and stuff. I forget. Refresh my memory. I've definitely read an article about it before, but I don't remember. Yeah, kind of like the Japanese Valley goes. So, like, basically, Japanese girls who are like really into fashion and clothes and going to Shibuya, right? That's the impression I get. Yeah. And they probably like have specific ways that they talk and stuff, which you kind of pick. Like, yeah, I mean that's kind of represented in that show, right? Have you seen that Asian Ways? You see that show? What are the other popular? I'm getting more interested in like the anime of each season. What are the other popular anime? I know, like, I think that Spy Family might actually be like the breakout hit. The one that we were just talking about with the Gyaru character. Galco. Kaguya-sama? Oh yeah, that is, I did hear about that one too. Yeah. The Dress Up Darling. Which is Sono Bisque Doll something 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 something, I don't remember in Japanese name. Yeah. No, it's not right. It's not right. Oh yeah, Chainsaw Man. That isn't that. I heard about that too. I mean, I saw the trailer. I haven't read the manga. I heard the manga is good. Apparently, that's like a big deal. So I'm interested in that. I want to try to not forget about that one because it's coming. Man, seems like there's like a lot of anime. I guess there's always a lot of anime, and I just usually miss a lot of it. But seems like there's a lot of anime this year. The anime doesn't miss a beat. Seems like there's like cool new stuff every year. Nagatoro. I don't know what that is. Kaguya-sama is a popular gal character. Kaguya-sama. What do you think about that one? I still haven't finished the Demon Slayer. That was like a really big show from last year. I haven't finished the. I need to finish that. There's like gonna be a new season or something. I mean, the show is really good. I just didn't get around to. I need to finish it. There's a lot of shows. I mean, it's hard to keep up with. There's a lot of stuff, and I like, it's like older stuff I want to like catch up with too. So there's a lot of stuff. It's hard. So read the manga, yeah. I mean, I'll probably just wait for the anime, just because there's only so much time. If that's all right with you, Mr. Lee, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes. That's another one that I hear is real good. I'm pretty sure that you've mentioned that to me before, but I've also like seen it on like lists and stuff. Ufotable. They do know how to. I mean, they're not the only ones. It seems like there's a variety. Seems like there's like a bunch of very good animation studios, and even like the lesser studios still like do a good job sometime. Hataraku Mao-sama. What's that? I don't know that. Oh yeah, The Devil's a Part-Timer is getting another season, and that's like after years. I never heard that. I always heard of the first one, but I never got around to watching it. Maybe I should now because it's getting a second season. Oh, it's like a shonen. Well, I'm sure that's probably good. If only Hunter x Hunter would finish. The dude's got health problems. Sucks. Oh, that is Devil's a Part-Timer. Oh, of course, Hataraku. Yeah, I should have known that. Hataraku means to work. And then Mao-sama, I guess, means devil or something. Mao. Yeah, that means devil or demon lord or something. Yeah, should have known that. Hatadoku. I'm Hatadokuing right now. I'm Hatadateing. Hatadaite imasu. Hatadaite iru. Imasu. Iru. To be polite or not to be polite? Just always be polite. When I go to Japan, because of like not being super familiar with conjugations, but like having it constantly mixed up in my lessons, I'm gonna just be constantly switching back and forth between like polite and casual speech because I don't know all the conjugations for all the words properly, and it's gonna be great. Can't wait. So good at Japanese speaking. Nihongo speaking. Hatadaite. Yoku. Iru. Nai. Uso. Jeez. This song's cool. But you know what? Skip it. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. I just heard this like yesterday. Oh, dare skip. Play online viewer music. I don't know if this is probably played at some point. Remember. Works at McDonald's, strangely cool with the situation. Yeah, that sounds good. Like, that sounds funny. I bet it's good. It's like, you know what's interesting? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about anime? There's so many anime that are just like, that have these like crazy premises that are just like, oh, that's different. The devil working at McDonald's, right? Like that's. What if there was just like a TV show, like an American TV show that was just like the devil working at McDonald's? I mean, they don't. I don't know. I feel like they don't really. I guess there's like a couple creative shows here and there, but even when they are creative, I still don't like them. I don't like the writing. It doesn't matter anyway. But I don't know. I just feel like there's so many like weird, interesting anime. Even though there are, of course, like dozens of isekai where they are in MMOs. We had Lucifer. Yeah, there's like Lucifer and there's like the Reaper. But I mean, even those shows still aren't good, so it doesn't matter. I don't remember Lucifer. Like Reaper, and there's like another show where it's like a devil. But they're just like episodic, boring, nothing shows. What was Lucifer? Was it good? I don't think I don't remember. Maybe I saw like a little bit of Lucifer. I don't remember. I can't remember. No, this is Detective Agency. Ugh, and it's just like see, that's just like every show though. It's like so many shows are just like, oh, how can we do another procedural crime drama with like a slightly different spin? Ugh. No thanks. That was okay. It's widely loved. Huh. Well, a lot of TV shows out there. Whatever. I'm just gonna watch anime. I'm gonna watch anime for. Oh, it's not procedural. Yeah, I mean sometimes they just like are normal detective shows. I guess. Final series, Dead Demons, Dead Destruction is going to get animated. It's first time. One of his money. It's very strange. Okay. Well, with a title like that. Supernatural, and well, I mean, it's not like I can get into Supernatural either. Oh, dude, I love this Star Ocean 2 music. This is the second Star Ocean 2 song today. I don't know if either of these ever played before. Star Ocean 2 music is very good. Very, very good. This song is from the Extra secret dungeon in Star Ocean. Oh, this has got to be like the best secret dungeon song ever of all time. What's the best secret dungeon song of all time? I'm gonna say this one. It's so good that they remixed it and used it as a secret dungeon song in Star Ocean 3. Which I didn't play, but I happen to know that. That game, I mean, that was with Toy Sakuraba, probably at his best, maybe. But I still gotta play Star Ocean 1. Sorry to distract you guys from anime, much more important anime. There's a lot of anime out there. There's a lot of anime. I was saying before, I don't know, there's always more anime that looks interesting to me. I feel like there's a pretty big variety of stuff. And even when there's like tropes that there's a lot of, like isekai, they're still very good. I don't know. They're good. I like them. People like to make fun of how there's like so many isekai, like starting to like getting into just looking at a bunch of them, because a lot of them are good actually. I mean, there's a lot of ones that look stupid that I just avoid. But... Oh, you know what? I was watching the second season of Shield Hero, and I was getting kind of bored of it. I was getting kind of bored, so I don't know if I'm gonna... That one, and even towards the end of the first season, I was getting kind of bored of it, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep watching that. I don't know. It's getting a little too generic. A little too generic. That's one that's probably like the only one I've watched recently that I didn't really get into. It was like, it's not that good. But I'm mostly trying to watch stuff that actually looks good, though. It's not like I'm watching. I'm sure there's plenty of shows out there that like suck. It's just that it's Scream. Like I don't watch the stuff that looks like it's gonna suck. I watch the stuff that like looks good to me, and then hopefully I'm not disappointed. Which, usually not. Usually not disappointed. Western comics? Yeah. Well, I'd be okay with them not surviving, to be honest. But, I mean, I'm sure fans of Western comics wouldn't be happy. I'm sorry for them. I mean, even if they do die out, they'll probably return in some other form. So maybe they need to die out, Maybe video games need to die out. This song's too happy to talk about. Wait, this song. My different song. The tune. Oh, yeah, that's a good song, but... Oh. I'm sure I've played this before. Amazing Kaishi music. Yeah, that's definitely played multiple times. I'm sure that has played. All the Shenmue music is somehow, for some reason, the playlist loves to play Shenmue music. So it's played plenty of times. Well, we can't skip Chrono Trigger. Can't skip that. Actually, I think I added this song recently, so it probably is never played. Well-known, respected game music. Beloved. Been blowing to the whims of the movies. Right, yeah, so it's funny, you'd think that the movies being so popular would be good for, but it almost seems like it's overshadowed the comics because people just want to see the movies, right? Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yeah, I saw the first of the new Spider-Man ones, like the first one with the current Spider-Man, where it's like a young little, it looks like a little boy playing. He's such a young actor. It's kind of too young. I'm not really a fan of the little boy, the little 6-year-old boy that they got to play Spider-Man, to be honest. I like Tobey Maguire. Thought he was a good choice, but I guess they can't keep using him. I like the Tobey Maguire movies. The Garfield movies looked really bland. I didn't bother to see those. They're doing so great, then out of nowhere better make it some of the movies. Oh, is that what happened? Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. That's the worst part. They compromised this comics for Spider-Man 3. That seems like a bad idea. Well, the comics have been doing stupid stuff like that forever, though, right? I guess. Everything but Venom. I see. Interesting. I could see how that would be a bad choice. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's good. That's a good drawing. That's a good drawing. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it probably goes to show that they're, like, hurting so bad that they're just kind of like, well, what can we do to fix the situation? Because so many people are pissed. They're like, well, the movies are popular. Better make them like the movies. I can understand that reasoning, but clearly that's not, like, the comics. See, with manga and anime, manga always leads the way for anime. Right? Because the anime a lot of times are adaptations of either manga or light novels, like most of the time. And you need, and luckily there's like all this influx of like new blood, like new stories, like Chainsaw Man and stuff like that like people are liking. Somehow the manga artists, the magazines are able to keep coming up with new stuff that people like, and they can turn that stuff into anime and like get stuff from new artists with new styles and new stories. It's like fresh. They keep that's what, in theory, that's what the American comics should. I mean, a lot of the American superhero movies are based off comic stuff in the first, or they're based off classic comic stories, I guess, although heavily modified. So maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter that much. Maybe they should, but I don't know. It's weird, right? Because it's like they're running out of stuff to base it on. Like when the comics just turn into the movies, then what are the movies going to end up being based on? Nothing, right? I guess they have like a huge amount of material they can go back to, but so much of that material is just junk, let's be honest. And they have to heavily modify it anyway to make it work as a movie. Not revealed in the movies, we just did this for Arc 2 months. Better reverse that in the comics. Yeah, that seems not good. Anime functions as advertisement for the manga. Ultimately, manga is big money. Time it's so cheap to print. Yeah, it's interesting. Is the manga really the big earner? The manga, like the print versions, they still sell that well. I mean, I guess they do. Yeah. I feel like haven't the sales been hurting though from like people just reading stuff online? For print? Is that still really the case? I'm sure anime, like in merchandise, also sells. Oh yeah. Well, that's why the whole like Jump magazine thing is like a popular way to do it in Japan. But I mean, like we have those over here now, and they still have those, I think. Here we go, the jury theme. Yeah. I don't know if that's ever played. Appropriate. That seems appropriate for comic book talk. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, when you start to like get into like the economics of it, of manga, and why, I don't know if that fully makes sense to me. Like, oh, it's the manga is what makes the money. All right. Well, I hope that that seems like it shouldn't keep working, but I hope it does. Like, print is where they make their money? They can keep that up. Which is a little worrying, but whatever they're doing, I just hope they keep doing it because they're doing good stuff. I mean, like, I know, like, a lot of... There's definitely, like, a contingent of people that kind of complain about modern anime and they like the 80s stuff better, which I get because, like, the 80s stuff is, like, very specific, hard-boiled, kind of violent stuff. I get why you like Fist of the North Star. I get that, but I really like a lot of the modern stuff. There's genres like, I mean, I'm getting into the isekai stuff, but for a while now, the death game stuff, love the death game. All the death game stuff is great, and there's like so much of it. Death game, gambling games, secret geniuses competing in like complicated, convoluted games. The best. Those are the best genres. They should. I mean, and Squid Games, of course, was like a breakout hit in America. So I wonder if there'll like be some American TV shows that'll try to like copy that. It seems like it might be something that people might realize, like, oh, because it seems like it's kind of. I feel like that genre is starting to like really break out. Squid Games has got to be like the biggest breakout, even though that's not even based on that. It's just like a Korean take on it. I mean, basically Liar Game, which is a manga, or Kaiji. Overprinting. Something that Spy Family is available for free, but the physical volumes still sell well. Yeah. Scarcity to fuel demand. Dummies like me usually compelled to buy volumes. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay. I mean, alright. I'll take your word for it. It's just like, I get it. I believe you, but it's hard to believe. Like, it's worrying because it's like, you know, like how it makes you wonder, like how long can that last? How long can print retain its value, retain its sales? You know, I'm glad it is though. Honestly, I've bought so much. I haven't really bought a lot of manga recently, to be honest, but I bought so much that I feel like I've put in my fair share. A good strategy. Well, I mean, it's certainly better than whatever we're trying to do with the American comics over here. Not like I don't really have a dog in that fight because I don't like that stuff anyway. Oh, dude. I know this is new. I just put this on the playlist. Valis 4 music, the best. Unfortunately, the first level song does not play, and there's no YouTube on it. I need to make my own YouTube playlist so I can put certain missing songs on there, but this song I found. Well, it's fine with me. I'm just glad that that stuff is still popular. I'm just glad that there's like still tons of anime coming out that seems to be like extremely well made. Like really good, like most of the shows I mentioned, lots of very good, like the romantic comedy, extremely nice animation, even in that show. Well, the animation in Tomodachi games sometimes like kind of really ghetto, but the show is still pretty good. Actually, they didn't really do the best job with the anime for that. I like the manga, but the anime is kind of rushed and the animation's not that great for Tomodachi game. It's still pretty good though. It's still pretty entertaining. Got very entertaining. It's not the smartest show. It's kind of like Kakegurui. It's not the smartest show, but it's entertaining. Dummy to buy a lot of individual Berserk volumes. So you can drop everything, get those shiny new deluxe editions. Yeah, I just don't do that. I mean, I could do that. I have the money to do that, but I just put it in the bank and just leave it there. I'm good at saving money. I'm good at not buying too much stuff. I'm content with, my old volumes of stuff. Sometimes, like with newer stuff, I just read it online. It's cheaper. I mean, obviously with video games, I emulate. I'm fine with emulation. Have been for a long time. I don't really collect video games that. I mean, like I hold on to newer games for the most part, but I'm not a big collector. It's not a big collector. I'm the frugal sort. I'm practical minded. I don't really collect things. I mean, I will get things for decoration, but sparingly. Only if I think I'll really use it. Practical. So, consequently, I'm pretty good at saving money. Which is good because it's a good quality to have when you don't really make that much money because you're a deadbeat, not really deadbeat, but like a poor, starving comic book artist. This song's good too. Ninja Gaiden 2. $12:30. I'll go a little bit later than usual since the stream took too long to start up. I guess I want to try and finish these pencils. Yeah, I feel like there's still. I'm happy. I'm pretty pessimistic about a lot of new stuff, but not anime. I'm optimistic about anime. I'm still excited about like the latest anime seasons. It's good to have something new to still care about. It's good. Thank goodness for anime. If it weren't for anime, I don't know what I would care about anymore. I'd be like I'd be 100% old man, only watching old things. But you know, it's not like I've sworn off, and I'm always at some point I'll give new things a chance. I'm just waiting for stuff to change. I'm just hoping it'll change and get into something I like more. Things are always changing. You could change into something that I like better. Oh, that doesn't. It's good to have some new stuff to care about, though. That's what's. I'm just glad that I still like anime. And I feel like the anime stuff, like it's all still really good. I mean, the latest stuff, it's almost as if, you know, it's as good as it's ever been. You know, like dude, some of the newer shows are really, really good. You know, I don't know. It's great. I don't feel like they're missing stuff at all. Even the soundtracks are still largely pretty good, although not always, but generally pretty good. Pretty good. Trying to think what's the although I guess the latest batch of shows I've watched, was there one that had a soundtrack that like super impressed me? I guess not. Probably the last show that had a soundtrack that I thought was 100% completely amazing was No Game No Life, I want to say. I don't know. Maybe? I think that No Game No Life. That was the last anime that was like a shockingly good soundtrack. All the stuff I've seen from this season, like Spy Family is a good soundtrack, but it's not like shockingly good. Although it's good, it is good. The theme song is amazing. The opening theme, the opening and the ending are both like extremely good, extreme good. But the actual background music is like more like reasonably good. It's reasonably decent. Not quite at shocking good level. Hey, what anime do you guys think has like the best music? Can you think of like a recent anime that has the best music? Oh, well, you know, I mean, again, like for back your boring answer, Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, Yoko Kanno is a good answer. Cowboy Bebop and Escaflowne are, you can't really go wrong with those. And to Akira, yeah, sure, classic. I don't disagree with those answers. Yeah, I mean, for for the show's background music, yeah, Yoko Kanno is probably like, she's up there. It's like one of the best. But I would also say the guy who did the soundtrack for Death Note and Kaiji, who's the same guy, who's the dude who unfortunately went to jail for like drugs, but he was extremely good. Kaiji's got, you know, if you guys haven't seen Kaiji, it might be time to watch Kaiji. It's like the best show ever. It's like the best anime of all time. It's best ever. It's like one of the best gambling shows ever. The soundtrack is amazing. Kaiji's soundtrack is amazing. Death Note soundtrack is also like pretty near amazing level. No Game No Life. So the newer shows that I think have the best music, No Game No Life, amazing. The show at all, Naruto. Yeah, it had some very good music at times. It wasn't like the absolute best, but at times it had some very good music. For sure. Yeah, I remember some of the battle themes were very good and stuff. I It's okay to like Naruto, though. The problem with this show is just, like, way too much filler. And the manga itself kind of got more and more long-winded as it went along. Although I think it ended up better than Bleach. And overall, I still like the manga. And I finished it. I guess I finished Bleach, too. It was more like out of morbid curiosity. Xenogears, how about that? Yeah, I gave up on Shippuden. Shippuden is where I gave up as well. Yeah, I don't care about Boruto either. I don't know. I have no idea if it's good or not. But I've had enough Naruto. I just not that interested because I've had enough. I'd rather watch other stuff. It's not like I don't hear anybody ever say that Boruto is amazing. Maybe if people talk about it being amazing, I would give it a chance. And Naruto was pretty amazing when it first came out. Like when Naruto was fresh, Naruto was like extremely good. Even Bleach was like very good in its like first couple of seasons. And One Piece, I think One Piece has always been good. I think it's still good. Although I'm a little bit behind on the manga, but I couldn't quite keep up with the anime because there's too much of it. But I still like One Piece. One Piece and Hunter x Hunter, if it would ever continue, is still good. Those are good shonen shows. No, this thing's not. Yeah, let's see. So, more recent anime that have amazing, like, music that rises up to, like, the super good level. Super good. What's the best? Like, Kaiji, Akagi also is another one, but it's like by a different guy from Kaiji, but Akagi, which is another gambling one by the same manga artist, had very, very good music. Very, very good. Is there anything else? Caught up with the One Piece manga? Probably like 30 or 40 chapters behind. It's been a while. I usually kind of let it accumulate and then read it all in like a chunk. A big chunk with One Piece. It's a little bit behind. I'm assuming that the arc hasn't finished yet, right? Is the Wano arc finished? I don't think it's finished, right? Oh, it's on 4-week break? Okay. Yeah, I gotta catch up with it. At some point. No, it's just... Alright. Just about done? Nice, okay. I gotta catch up. Maybe I'll wait for it to finish and then catch up. I might do that. This track is played long enough. Find another one. No, not ActRaiser. Okay, I can't skip this song. What else has got extremely good music? Of course, Yoko Kanno stuff. Probably Escaflowne and Cowboy Bebop, like, from what I have seen, is their best stuff, in my opinion. This is from Xenogears 2. Xenogears 2, or Xenosaga 2, is like one of the secret god soundtracks that nobody knows about. In my opinion, I think it's extremely good. And, like, people were upset about it because Matsuda didn't do it. Like, what's his name? Matsuda, the Chrono Trigger artist, he did 1, but he didn't do 2. I actually think 2 is a better soundtrack, though. Baccano? Yeah, Baccano's soundtrack is pretty good. I don't think it's, like, not amazing level, though. The opening song is extremely good. I think the background music is merely pretty good, maybe? Trigun had really good music. Yeah, Trigun had really good music. It did. It had really good music. It's like, it's not quite amazing level music. It's like one notch below amazing level. Baccano and then Durarara also had pretty good music, but not at amazing level though. And they all have like really good opening themes. Oh, Death Parade had an amazing opening theme. So there's a lot of amazing opening themes. Like if you want to just like amazing theme songs, there's tons of those. But super amazing level background music, quite as a little bit more rare, maybe. A little more rare. Big O. Big O. I mean, that one's... I'm not sure. That one I still more remember the theme song than the actual background music, but I feel like it probably was at least pretty good. I don't know. I don't remember it too well. Oh, you know what? I know Witch Hunter Robin had a great opening, and it did have... I don't know if it had like the best soundtrack, but it did have like a few tracks that were super memorable, so I did really like the soundtrack. If you're gonna go back to like more classics, Evangelion, a lot of Gainax stuff actually, but Evangelion has extremely good background music, and also some of the the guy who left Gainax and Imaishi, who worked on Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann has like very like high tier background music. Kill la Kill has high tier background music. Yeah, Fooly Cooly, which is that guy but still at Gainax, has, I mean, it's like all pillows, so it's like that's ultra high tier. That's ultra high tier soundtrack. They're extremely, it's like up, it's right up there probably with the Yoko Kanno stuff, I'd say. Kind of cheating. And it's a show and it's got a sound. I mean, it counts. I mean, they got the pillows to do the. I mean, it's like it's not that different from like what Yoko Kanno will do. No, it counts. Absolutely counts. Had the heavy blues and sax BGM was great. It probably was great. I remember it being pretty great. I don't know. I feel like it's probably not on the ultimate high tier, but I do remember it being pretty great. But it's been a long time since I saw Big O. I remember the second season being super weird. I remember everybody wanted the second season and they did it, and then for some reason it was like super bizarre compared to the first season. But I still watched all of it, and I think I enjoyed it. Hanazuka Iroha? I don't even know what that is. Let's see. What else is like... Anything else that's like extremely good? I feel like some of those like 80s shows, like for me, the original Rumiko Takahashi show, Urusei Yatsura, I really love the soundtrack, but it's very kind of a specific kind of laid back, older school kind of sounds. Almost like cartoon music, but also, well, it's a very weird music. But the movies in particular for Urusei Yatsura have extremely... Yeah, the movies in particular, especially the second one, but really kind of all of them, extremely good soundtracks. But that's like more movie soundtracks. And if you're going to go into those, then of course also Akira and maybe Wings of Oniames and like Nausicaa, and there's a lot of really good Ghost in the Shell. There's a lot of really good anime movie soundtracks. But to be honest, my favorite might just be the Urusei Yatsura second movie. Ranma Half has good music as well, although at times maybe a little bit too wacky, although it suits the show. But I don't quite like it as much as Urusei Yatsura. And the same with Inuyasha. It has some really good background music, but slightly lower tier. But oh, well, look what it is. Music from the second Urusei Yatsura movie. What a coincidence. It really is, because I didn't put that in or anything. I'm just sitting here drawing. And you guys probably haven't seen Urusei Yatsura. Have you seen Urusei Yatsura? Any of it? If you've never seen the show, what you can do is you can just like watch an episode or two, maybe the first episode, and then just go right to the movies. Or just like watch a couple random episodes and then just go right. The movies are like the best part of the show. The show is great. It's very entertaining if you can like kind of get into its like kind of wackiness. Ranma Half is like, it's good too. You can go back and watch it. It's still good. Ranma Half I never quite liked as much because I felt like it got a little too repetitive as it went on. But But I mean, it could be a lot of fun. Inuyasha, the same thing. Got a little too repetitive as it went on. But it was good for a while. Who's Infinity? Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it had some really good... Some of the opening songs and, like, ending song. Like, the first one was, like, Fukai Mori, I remember, with, like... What's his name? The fluffy guy who was Inuyasha's brother. Everybody liked that. I remember that was popular. And... Oh, Fate Zero? Yeah, Fate Zero is, when Jennifer was trying to get me into Fate stuff, Fate Zero is the only one that I actually could like. I liked Fate. It wasn't, like, my favorite, but... I did think that was really... The other Fates, I just can't get into. I just can't get into the other of them. Even the original one, I can't really like it that. I just can't enjoy it that much. Like, it's kind of boring. But Fate Zero kind of stands out. It kind of stands out. It's actually very well done. It's like the best... It's by far the best one of those that I've seen. Batman, Skittles, Batman. ReZero has a good BGM. It does, but I don't think it's in the high mega tier. But yeah, I think it does. I think it does. It has pretty good opening song, but like not the super best. It's my last stream of the week. No, I'll probably stream tomorrow because tomorrow I merely have to do probably like a little bit of setup, and then I'll be at home, and I don't think I have any family stuff going on. It's been a busy week. Probably I'll stream tomorrow, and then Friday and Saturday. Saturday, definitely not. Friday, slightly possible, but unlikely. Sunday, I'll try. I'll try for Sunday. Kill la Kill. I mentioned Kill la Kill. Yeah. The Imaishi shows, the Studio Trigger. Well, this is technically Gainax, but I think the best thing that he did in terms of soundtrack has got to be... It's got to be... Oh, what was it again? I forgot the name of it. Blank on the name. I'm gonna scroll up so I can. Oh, Steins Gate, yeah, the one with the pillows. FLCL, Fooly Cooley. Yeah, Fooly Cooley. Probably that's got to be like by far his best music and a thing that he did. Kill la Kill is good too. Kill la Kill had some really good, memorable music. It's like one of those shows where it's like there's a couple songs that are mega standout, and then a lot of the music's kind of like more just like okay. Which is also the case for Steins Gate as well. Steins Gate, very good soundtrack overall, but there's really kind of a couple songs that are like super standouts, and the rest of the soundtrack's like fine. Hope it's good family stuff. Yeah, usually it is good. It's usually good. Well, we had some people like aunts or cousins coming up to visit the other day. And then, yeah, always hanging out with the nephews and nieces. There's always that. Well, dude. No, you know what? This is played. I can't skip the Persona 2 song. Oh, Harui. I've seen the Harui Suzumi. Yeah, I've seen that. Good soundtrack? Yeah, I remember it being good. It doesn't... It's not like a super stand-up. You remember that being pretty good. Mushishi? I haven't seen that. Very chill. At least 8 to 10 hours a day the next week. I might be able to on the convention. We'll see about that. Maybe I can. Maybe. Could happen. These eyebrows don't play right. Drop these real quick. These eyebrows are definitely wrong. Oh, and I forgot to... Hang on. Did I forget anything else? No? Okay, that's good. Those are slave wages! Oh no! $4.99 is worth you streaming 60 hours or so. Skills, how can I argue with that? Not gonna argue with... I mean, your $4.99 is worth so much more than other people's. You need to put some Mushishi in? Alright, put it in. We'll hear it. Oh, you know what classic anime has extremely good music? I just thought of one. Oh, you know what? We don't need to replay this song again. Let's go to Mushishi. Let's listen to Mushishi. It's from what? I haven't seen this, by the way. I'll turn it up. Oh, the DMCA. Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, is it gonna DMCA us? I think usually if it's like anime, if it's BGM and it's not the opening or ending song, you're probably okay. This seems like BGM, should be alright. But, right, like what Asian Way said. Huh. Oh, alright, I didn't finish my thought. So, yeah, I just thought of one. A really good one from, like, the 80s and 90s. Yu Yu Hakusho. Extremely good music in Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, background music. Extremely good. Really makes the show, in my opinion, like, what might have been a kind of a somewhat generic, although still good, like kind of typical shonen Dragon Ball-ish soundtrack really makes that show. Even like I like Dragon Ball, like the original Dragon Ball soundtrack quite a bit as well. Now you see what politeness gets you. Slam Dunk seems to have... I haven't seen a lot of it, but from what I recall, Slam Dunk seems to have extremely good background music too. Which, I read the manga for that. The anime seems really good. I want to watch that one of these days, because that was like a mega hit in Japan. Mushishi. I need to absorb this song for Asian Way. Let me just absorb it. Absorb this. This sounds like it's taking place during an emotional reckoning. This sounds like an emotional reckoning song. Skittles, do you ever wish to have an emotional reckoning song? When you're having an emotional reckoning, you know, the perfect emotional reckoning song? Reckoning? emotional reckoning. Or wrecking, emotional wrecking song. That's a little bit different. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not gonna go on my like super ultimate hot top tier background music list. Sometimes it's like, okay, so like the ultimate complete. I mean, I skipped the Kaiji song before. I'll play it. Let me play one of the ultimate top tier Kaiji pieces of background music. Wish. Yes. That's the ultimate top tier. This is the ultimate. This is a piece of ultimate, beyond ultimate top tier anime background music right here for the gambling anime Kaiji. It's extremely good. It's extremely good. It's kind of like X-Files, but in Feudal Japan. Oh, okay. You can kind of hear that from the music. I mean, it was good. I liked it, though. You don't believe in emotions? Me neither, Skittles. I think it's all like a sham. I think people are just pretend. They're just faking. Get attention, probably. You wish you could be a Canadian? Why is that? You need to be a valuable member of society? Oh man, that makes things tough. Canada doesn't. I mean, I don't have like a strong. I'm fine where I am. I don't have a strong wish to go anywhere, but Canada seems nice. Also, like Japan seems really cool place to live, but I don't have the. I wouldn't really do it because it'd be too much trouble. Probably would rather visit it, but I'm not really itching to move. You know, human emotions, sometimes that makes you very sad. Hi, it's a good one. Is hunger an emotion? Well, yeah, of course. When you get like really hungry, do you say to yourself, I've got the feels. Those feels. Emotion adjacent. I mean, it's a desire, I guess, you know? You feel like a desire, not really an emotion. It's a little bit different. Better than to live. Well, you say that. I think it would be a great place to live in theory. But
trouble would just be the real hurdles against that would be, one, I'd have to be fluent in Japanese, and two, I'd have to get a job there and move, and that's like a real pain. And three, I don't know anybody there, and I'd have to move away from people I know here. So there's a lot of reasons to not move to Japan, but I bet I would enjoy living there. So Korea is a bad idea for me to make the jump. I mean, it would be a bad idea for me to make the jump too. And it's probably better idea for me to visit. But if for some reason I did live there, I bet I'd enjoy it. Once, I got fluent in Japanese. Demo, do you ever feel like that? Guys, what do you guys think about this song? Is this what tier of good background music does this go into? Does anybody think that this is ultimate tier? Or you want to move to Germany? Germany? How come Germany? I mean, they got cool sausage there. I'd go to Germany. I probably wouldn't mind living in Germany, I'm sure. I definitely would go there. I would go visit anywhere though, because it's fun to go visit places. Wish I had like money to get German a sexy language. Yeah, I mean, I think German. I don't know, sexy's I could see that, but wouldn't be my first choice. I mean, between French and German, German wouldn't be my first choice for sexy languages, and probably I'd put Japanese above it too, and French, Italian. But those are predictable choices, I know. Sorry. I mean, it's more interesting to say that German is a sexy language. It's a more interesting choice. Respect your choice, but I gotta go with the more bland choices. Sorry. Alright. Go back to the playlist. What other anime Okay, then the other, there's also like No Game, No Life. This is ultimate. Let me play some ultimate top tier anime BGM. Sometimes, the context of the show is enhancing it for you. So it's just, it's hard to get the same effect if you haven't watched the show. And sometimes you have to listen to a thing more than once. But this song, I think is extremely top tier, ultimate, best BGM, soundtrack BGM ever. It's so inspiring that it's too inspiring. This is like the ultimate inspiration music. It's actually so inspiring it's painful. I feel like I need to be inspired right now. Not as sexy as German to you? I like French. I like French. If I didn't love Japanese so much, French would probably be my go-to language, maybe. I don't know. It's a cool language, I think. France seems like a cool place to go. I would go to France. It's high up there of like the countries to go to. They seem like they have really good. I like country. I'm kind of a foodie, and like food is a very high reason to go to a place. So like all the places that have like the most appealing seeming like food culture, which to me is like Japan, China, France, and Italy. Those are the most appealing for like food culture, I think. Korea is good too. It seems good. I don't know. I'm not sure about Korea. I'm sure Korea's probably good. I'm sure Korea's probably good too. Noir. Yeah, Noir did have a good soundtrack. It had a particularly strong soundtrack. It was very memorable. You're right about that. A very interesting opening theme song. I remember. I don't think I ever finished watching it though. This expression is wrong, but I think I can correct it with the eyebrows though. I wish I could speak French. It'd be awesome. Bonjour. No, wasn't great. Yeah, it seemed a little bit boring.
it just had really cool music and you know, some cool kind of realistically done action scenes, but I was a little bit bland with the characters, I thought. Like, I bet I'll recognize the song. I think I had a couple other songs. But yeah, Yu Hakusho, Slam Dunk. Oh, well, yeah, maybe JoJo. I want to say JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but really that's just more the opening and theme songs are really extremely good, but and ending songs really good. But a lot of those have those. I mean, there's a ton of anime theme songs that are extremely good. They're just very good at that. Yeah, let's go to. Yep, that's the song I recognize. Yep. I knew you'd put in that one. I mean, there's like a couple that are like this, I guess. Oh, I just thought of another one. You know what other one is really good? Utena. Utena's got extremely good music. Like, it's almost top... I guess I would say it's like almost. It's like a near top tier Revolutionary Girl. Like, they had the specific, like, choir that they use, and had this very unique choir. And they did all these, like, unique... Like, each time there was a battle, there was, like... They did a new song for each character she battled, and she would battle, like, a new character in each episode, and... Alright, good night, Mr. Leo. Yeah, it's getting late, isn't it? Oh, man, I better hurry up and finish this panel. I think I'm messing up this expression. Sleep well, sweet Leo. We'll miss you. Until the next time. I hope it's soon. Oh, I love to stream video games. Let's play. Do. Yeah, this is very good. This is very good. Although I think that maybe Noir was one of those where it was like a couple standout songs, more so than like an amazing soundtrack. But like the best soundtracks is stuff like, you know, Fooly Cooly and certain Yoko Kanno stuff where like there's just a ton of extremely good songs. It's like insane. I mean, maybe the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. I can't remember. I think that probably didn't watch a lot of it. Probably with good music in that. The one he was playing, the MSX game? You know, yeah, I watched a lot of that. By the way, did you see him play, he played through, Dragon Buster 2, remember that Famicom game that I played? Very simplistic, almost looked like an RPG, but it was more of a, like, arcade game. With the dungeons that are just, like, no music except for, like, monster roaring. He played through that, it took me 8 hours to beat that. It took him, like, 3.5 hours. So it was pretty good. He wasn't stuck in the final level for like 5 hours like I was. And then after that he did an MSX game. You know, I would try that game, but that's not one that seemed very appealing to me. I kind of wasn't that crazy about the music. It just has the one track for every level. It's one of those one track games. There's a track, there's just one level track for every level, and then there's like a boss track and a shop track or something. There's not a lot of music, and it's fine if the music's good enough, but I don't really care for the main theme that much. And I don't know, like, it's like one of those, like, super weird scrolling MSX game. It's got the tile-based scrolling, everything scrolls a tile at a time, so it's funny, everybody who was, like, watching it was convinced that, like, they kept saying that it's, like, 10 FPS, but actually, it's not really 10 FPS, it just looks like it because it scrolls like a tile at a time, but it doesn't necessarily reflect the frame rate of the game at all. But, I don't know. I'm not sure if I would actually like that game that much, to be honest. Dude, another Star Ocean 2 soundtrack. I know this one played recently, so I'm going to skip that one. Demon's Souls. Probably played that. I know that's played. Oh, this hasn't played before. I think this is kind of quiet. I gotta turn it up. This is new on the playlist. Gotta play this. Zone Warrior Amiga music. Now that's some rare some rare game music. Overall, good OST. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with that. Okay, listen to this. Listen to how good this music is. Yeah, 3 FPS exactly. That's it. The macaw emotes are extremely useful, aren't they? I'm gonna resubscribe again. I should probably get my own Amazon Prime, but currently I'm still just trading with Jennifer in return for my Netflix. I kind of wish I was one with Prime, but I mean, you know. May as well keep using yours. Tenchi ni Naruman. Yeah, I don't know that one. I don't think I've heard of that. Yeah, the Waterworld. The music in the Super Nintendo Waterworld is extremely. I mean, that's no longer talking about anime, but very good. That game looked alright. I would probably give that game another try. Emote slots. Yeah, I think I did. I think I got a bunch that I need to fill out. I'll probably just end up putting more of my emotes that are the better Twitch TV emotes in there. I don't know. Doing an animated pineapple seems like too much work. I don't know. I'll have to think if there's something I want to do with animation that's like not too hard. Like, what would I do? I mean, maybe just the pineapple. I could just do the pineapple like kind of shaking back and forth, I guess. Maybe I could animate it dancing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I forgot about the. I do need to fill out a couple. Think about if there's something else I want to do. Something else I want to make an emote out of? Do you want to make any words into emotes? Like good? Should we have our own good? I don't know. That's a little bit cheesy on those kinds of emotes, though. I don't know. You do own the rights. You do, Skittle. That's fair. You own me. Yeah, put that in there. We got this song we have to listen to. Listen to how good this song is. Listen to how good this Amiga music is. Amiga music can be very, very good. It can be very, very good. Sometimes it can be very nothing, but it can be very good. I think I'm almost done with this page. I think I should probably be going to bed. It's 1 o'clock. Maybe we'll just listen to Asian Waste song and we're gonna have to go to bed. Nope, nothing muted my stream today. I don't think it should have. Oh yeah, I forgot about the speech bubbles. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 boom, 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 boom. Bum 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 bada bada bum 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 bada bada bum 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 badum bum bum dum bum badum bum badum bum bada bum badum bum badum bada bum bum badum bum badum bum 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 bum. The song is still going, it's still changing and evolving. Fliptendo logo will be dead simple. That would probably take 2 slots. Should we do that? Should we do a 2-slot Fliptendo? I don't know. I kind of feel like Fliptendo's kind of winding down a little. I'm kind of into slowing it down right now. I want to do more different games, and there's just no sense in rushing through the next couple hundred games when we're just going to catch up with Pro Nintendo anyway. Going slower kind of makes sense, because then
Because Nintendo is still making content, and I can keep using him as a guide. So, just makes sense to do it that way. Just go. Yeah, that's true. It's true. I don't know. Maybe. It's a maybe. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. We'll Nintendo's spam in the chat. And now for Tenchi ni Naruma. And this is from an anime. It's from an anime? You said it was from an anime, right? Interesting. Things come to mind about my stream? You just do like a silly animation of my head moving around, weird. Game difficulty? What'd you do? Game music? Like a musical note? Like this? A musical note? Huh? What about a musical note and then my head going like, oh! Like get like one image of my head, and here's my hair, and then there's a musical note, and my face looks excited. What about that? That'd be good. This sounds like light-hearted, not comedic music, but more like light-hearted, frivolous, running around and doing things music. People are doing things, they're doing light-hearted things, but they're accomplishing things in a light-hearted manner. That's what that sounds like. Pretty good. All balls. Oh, Brainlord music! We can't stop the stream yet. There's Brainlord music. This is really good. Listen to the Brainlord music. Wait, here comes the good part. It's gonna really, the music's gonna break down. Here comes. It's the emotional content. Did you hear that? Bow down, do do do. Do. Breakdown. Bow. This is the part of the song where you're a fantasy adventurer and you're walking down the path. Your skills, you're walking down the path. And then you see something emotional. And then you feel, oh, here's the emotions. There they are. That's pretty good. Marilyn Monroe is Anime Monsters? Man, there's so many anime. It's crazy. There's so many anime. Man, anime is just insane. Imagine if we had like as many cartoons with as much variety as there was anime. Like we couldn't. I don't think it's possibly achievable. We could like work for 100 years, we couldn't do it. My goodness, there's so much anime. It's so crazy. But as long as they just keep making like, I don't care how much variety there is. They just need to keep making shows with secret genius characters that fight their way through like some kind of like high intensity death games. Just keep making those. Maybe an isekai, maybe like combine the two, which like no game no life, an isekai and a high intensity like game of wits. Game of wits game. Psychological high intelligence battles, secret geniuses, isekai. It's got everything. Man, such a shame that show did not get a second season. Like that show had everything. And it had the ultimate soundtrack of like a modern show. Like anything like since 2015 probably.
Some pretty zany plots for cartoons. Boring. Well, like SpongeBob, he lives under the sea. Powerpuff Girls, that was a good one, sure. They're little kids and they fight crime. That's pretty good, I guess. What else? Like Yogi Bear, he gets picnic baskets, bunch of animals talking like people. What else? Like kids in cartoons being snarky about adults. It's all the same thing. Avatar, it's just Naruto, but like it's Avatar. Boring. No thanks. Where's the gambling? Where's the American animated gambling shows with secret genius characters and like twist after twist? Where's those? Do they even have those? They don't have them. You know, Powerpuff Girls actually had a pretty good soundtrack for like an American. I mean, that's why I actually like that show. Oh, dude, more Zone Warrior. All right, let's review. Let's review the pages that were done today. Here we go. First, there was this one. Page review. This is good page review music. This is tomorrow's page. Page review. Page review. And then we did this page. We did the pencil. Hurts. Yeah, give it a try, Asian Waste. Well, you could just go with like some kind of weird superhero show that I've never heard of, and like chances are it could, because they have superhero stuff, so you could probably fool me with that. But I bet I could probably tell anyway. There's probably some like weird there's probably weird anime. The way you would do that is you'd pick some weird anime that sounds like an American show, because they have those. But just try to come up with like some sort of like high intensity secret genius game of death show. I wish there was one. If there's an American one, I'll check it out. But it probably still won't have good background music or like a good opening song anyway. No, they don't have those. They don't have those. Do they have good isekais? What else? They have what's the best American animation to watch with Sakuga? Do they have that? Just like Avatar? I've seen it. It's boring. I've seen enough. I don't really need to watch that. It's not for me. It's not for me. That kind of stuff is not for me. I like Powerpuff Girls though. That's the last American cartoon that I actually liked. I did like it. It actually had good music. I like the humor of the show. The new one seems bad though. I don't know. I don't care about it. It's what it's fine. I don't think probably the modern stuff is not for me. But I don't know. American animation, Western animation. Maybe there's like some good stuff from like France. I bet there's probably some good French ones. Probably like good ones from other countries that I could watch. I have a little bit of an interest in watching older Disney stuff, like especially from like before the 80s. I'm a little bit interested in watching some of that older Disney stuff. Maybe older, I don't know, older cartoons seem interesting to me. But I don't know. There's too much stuff to watch. There's a lot of stuff. I gotta end the stream, I think. It's after 1. I'm sorry, Asian Waste. There's not time to think of more things. I have to end the stream. It's late. I gotta get my sleep, my beauty sleep. Gene Chaplin hasn't done anything in a long time. I don't know who that is. Chalopin? Is that an animator? Afraid I don't know. You can tell me in the Discord, maybe. I gotta. I'm gonna look for a raid target. Inspector Gadget. Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
That has a good theme song.
That has a good theme song.
Actually, American animated stuff. Like if you go back to the '80s, there's tons of good theme songs and good background music too. Now that I think about it, stuff like Thundercats has really and He-Man and She-Ra. For some reason, especially She-Ra, have especially good background music and really good theme songs. Like extremely good themes. The '80s, like American soundtrack culture in the '80s is awesome. It's really good. But now it's terrible. It hasn't been good in a while. Hey, Punk Pog Pox, I was just about to raid someone. I'm like done. I'm sorry, I had to finish. Do you want to see real quick? I just drew some things. I drew this. I drew this page. See, look, I drew this. I drew this. Whoa, anime. And I drew this. Thanks. I drew these. You'll have to look at the VOD if you want confirmation. Thank you, Dennis Menace. Alright, I gotta get going. There's not too many people streaming right now, but Macaw is streaming some Waterworld retrospective, and that's pretty good, so I'm gonna raid someone now. Sorry about that, Pon Pox, but don't worry, I'll stream again soon. Although, I am going to a convention this weekend, so it's local though. Could be less streams than usual, but I'm gonna try to stream at least tomorrow, I think. Maybe one other day. Oops, that's not the command. Anyway, I'll see you guys for the next stream. Probably tomorrow. Probably see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Good night.